Short answer is no. Okay, I know you probably saw the title, got scared, thought this was going to be a whole different kind of video. No, okay, I definitely don't agree with what Kanye is saying. But, however, I will say, seeing these tweets come across the timeline, one for every like 100 tweets, one of them makes like 1/3 of a good point. Okay, so I kind of want to go through and pseudo fact check these tweets to see what we're working with here. I feel like people might instinctually be upset that like I'm trying to find some sense in all this nonsense. Like, oh, like he's saying all these horrible things. Like, why look for things that are correct? Blah blah blah. Here's the thing, okay? An insane man is nothing more than a man who just happens to be insane. He's saying these horrible things that none of us agree or stand for, right? However, there's something in there. Like if he's like cooking with something at all, I feel like it's worth taking a look at. All right, so let's get to it. Somebody has to do this incredibly tedious and pointless thing that nobody asked anybody to do. And I guess, want something done right, gotta do it yourself. Okay, I'm putting on my cape for this one. We're starting on February 1st. Okay, now that may seem like it wasn't that long ago, but I promise you, there were definitely a lot of tweets in between then and now. I will inevitably miss some tweets because, again, it is 9:27 a.m. on February 9th, and I doubt he's going to stop, okay? But we're starting February 1st, very chill, family for life with Elon Musk. Yeah, this is very interesting. I feel like what he goes on to say, I'm very surprised that Elon is allowing it to be on the app. Thank you to the Grammys for nominating Carnival. Did they actually do that? Oh my gosh, Carnival was nominated for a Grammy. I had no idea. Like I don't know why I'm like kind of like shocked by that. Wow, that says something. Well, nice of him for thanking the Grammys. Very nice Kanye moment. The world is so lucky to have me. As you can see, I resonated with this one quite a bit. Yeah, I feel like it's a nice confidence, nice believing in yourself message that everyone should have. Okay, Trump's back in office. Ye's back a billionaire. The world might just be okay. Okay, now there's something to this. Now, given Mr. Ye's history, I understand why Trump's back in office is kind of a bad sign coming from him. You don't want to rock with that. But here's the thing. Okay, I know a lot of people like shame people for political affiliations. I feel like that can be a bit unfair if you make it some sort of blanket statement. The crazy thing about last election is both sides were like pretending as if someone voting for the other person like had to just be incredibly evil to do so. Okay. And the thing is, I don't think it's that simple, and it's sad that politics has came to that. Like personally, I can see the vision of like how could you vote for someone who said and done such horrible things? And I also see the vision of people being like, how could you vote for the administration that makes it very clear they don't know what they're doing? But, there definitely was a lesser of two evils there. And then when you factor in a bunch of things, you got to remember like 95% of voters are uneducated. Sometimes people say things like, oh, if you're an uneducated voter, just get educated. A lot of uneducated voters don't realize they're uneducated voters. A lot of people telling people to get educated aren't educated themselves. The point is, I hate when people act like someone's just evil incarnate because they chose to vote for a particular person in an election that was already decided before anybody casted a vote. Kept my mouth shut during election season, but like I can say now, bro, Kamala never had a chance. All the odds were stacked against her. Like to think that she was gonna, I knew a lot of people that really thought she was gonna win. I knew people who were in pure disbelief, just completely shaken to their core that she lost. Okay, and it's like when I see that, I'm like, you are an uneducated voter, because it was very apparent that he was going to win the entire time. Because at that point, you just don't know how people operate. You don't know how elections operate. Now, me personally, I don't have a dog in the race. Okay, I voted for neither of them. I did not vote. I am not a registered voter. But don't worry, I live in Pennsylvania. Okay, my vote didn't matter whatsoever. But also, the thing is, I did not know you had to get registered to vote. I thought you could just do it. It's just so ridiculous to me. Like, what's the point of registering to vote? Like, why are you making barriers like in people voting? Hey, voter suppression. That's what that is right there. Anyway, back to the Kanye tweets. All right, he said calling X Twitter is like calling Ye Kanye. I don't want to hear nobody calling Twitter Twitter. I mean X. Don't call X Twitter. Okay, here's the thing about that. Kanye, you understand that like you accidentally calling X Twitter right here and then correcting yourself saying I mean X. Don't call X Twitter. It's kind of, making a joke, a mockery out of the whole calling Twitter X or calling it Twitter situation. And the thing is, if you truly made this mistake, you could have just backspaced. Honestly, I might think about it. I don't think Kanye has ever backspaced, probably. Like, at least, like, in these row of tweets, like, I don't think he used the backspace button once. But you know what I mean? And also, here's the thing, okay? He's like, call me Ye, don't call me Kanye. But the thing is, his at is still Kanye West. Now, granted, I'm sure he probably can't just get the Ye at. Like, I'm sure someone else has, like, stolen it by now. But it's like, you're not helping your case if your username is still Kanye. And then I speak in third person from now on. Here's the thing. That is a horrible start to speaking in third person. And also, he literally, like you can see right here, he says me, and this is not a clown. I don't think is that second person? I don't know. It's definitely not third person, or it could be third person. I don't know. But the point is, he's doing a horrible, he said this and he just didn't follow up on it whatsoever. Okay, and this right here is how we should have known that there was going to be a lot of unreliability to come our way. okay? This is not a clone. Or is it? Now, oh, the clone rumors. I need to talk to you guys about that. The conspiracy theorists out there who are like, oh, Kanye's a clone, so-and-so's a clone, so-and-so's a clone. If our government had the ability to clone people, don't you think that they would make it like the least obvious thing ever? Like, you know what I mean? Don't you think if they made a clone that it would be someone that like no one was accusing of being a clone? Do you think they would really put out a clone of one of the most famous people on earth and make it like apparent that it's a clone, that clearly something's different? Like, there's so many conspiracies like that I don't buy into, because I'm like, look, if the government was really, now there's some conspiracies that obviously came out as like true, but my thing is, if the government were really doing some of these things that you guys talk about, they wouldn't allow us to know. They wouldn't allow us to put the pieces together. Like, I'm telling you right now, if there's a clone out there, I promise you, it is somebody that nobody suspects to be a clone. Okay, unless we mean like clone in the metaphorical sense, like, oh, you know, he's not the same him. Then I guess, yeah, there has been a difference. But I feel like that's more due to mental health deterioration rather than any sort of, you know, like cloning taking place. Oh yeah, and by the way, certain words I'm gonna substitute them. Obviously, you know, I try not to curse on here, but he says, just warming up. I'm rich. I can say whatever the f I want. I do this for Broke Me. Shout out to Broke Me. This one's for you. You know, I wonder if Broke Him was on the same type of timing that Rich Him is on mentally. Like, I wonder if the stuff he's saying now, if he always thought it, but he wasn't comfortable enough saying it. Or maybe the money revealed it within him. Because I say this all the time, okay? You don't know how people truly are as human beings until you give them power, okay? And power can come in a lot of forms. Money, attractiveness, success. That's part of the reason why I say that you can never trust an unattractive person. It's because a lot of times when people aren't in the best situations, they have to put up a front. Like, they have to pretend to be a certain kind of way to get by in life. It's like he may have been on this type of timing, but also just like kept his mouth shut because he knew like he wouldn't be able to advance if he actually did say these things. So it's very interesting. He said, Shalom. Okay, shout out Shalom. How'd you know it was really me? Did I spell something wrong? I don't know what he's talking about there. And I feel like I feel like that's gonna be the case with a lot of this stuff. F reading and anyone who can do it. Ouch. Okay, Kanye. The Democrats made me take the loser post down. Nah, I'm kidding. They don't control black people no more. Trump for life. Now, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing about Democrats and the quote unquote black vote. I'm not gonna get too much into it because, again, I'm not a politics guy, but I will say I feel like Democrats do weaponize the black vote. Remember when Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black? Like, that is one of the most like vile and disgusting things I heard a politician say proudly, you know, and we know what kind of politicians we have nowadays. So that's saying something. It's like knowing that black people as a community essentially have no choice but to pick you because the other side may or may not just like want to eliminate our rights entirely. It's in very poor taste to say something like that. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, they say it's a two-party system, okay? But for most black people, it's not. It's a one-party system. They're voting blue and like no matter what. That's just, they're just riding it out. There's no decision being made. Like, they're not thinking about it whatsoever. Like, that's just what they've been told that they have to do. And in a lot of ways, again, they do have to. When it comes to someone like Kanye can put on the Trump hat, right? Because Trump in no way has the ability to really make Kanye's life worse. You know what I mean? However, the day-to-day black person, you know, who may be struggling a bit, Trump will make their life worse, unfortunately. That's not to say that there aren't like black Trump supporters out there who make like solid points that, like, you know, at least they believe that they're doing the right thing by voting for him. And you know, there are a lot of people that say like those people are shooting themselves in the foot, and those people make a lot of great points. So yeah, it's one of those things. So yeah, it's like 80% of black people are going to vote blue no matter who, and it's like the Democratic Party absolutely does take advantage of that. Okay, yeah, they definitely do control black people in a lot of ways. Like that right there, kind of like a thing. Oh my gosh, is this the first point of the video? Actually, not really, because he said they don't anymore. But yeah, no, I'm not giving him a point there. Anyways, I risked my life to wear a red hat and he turned it black. I'm not gonna lie, it's Trump's decision what color he wants to make the hat. You know, I feel like red, like at first it was like, oh, I'm Republican red, but like I feel like black is like more of like a strong color. Like, look at that, look at this black background. Okay, like imagine it was red. Like it would not be hidden the same. Hey kids, Twitter is a great way to express yourself and crash the companies at once. I don't know what this is in reference to, the crash the companies at once, but Twitter is a great place to express yourself. Okay, maybe, you know, people won't be as receiving of that as you would like, but it is a great place to actually express. So this might be the first point of the video, actually. Yes, Jesus loves me. Jesus may love him, you know what I mean, depending on how you think Jesus feels. Grammy party, yeah, he dropped that interview. Drums go crazy on this. I gotta AI them immediately. Here's the thing, I have not listened to this. I've not listened to the album yet, so I don't know if the drums go crazy. So there's a couple things to talk about there, okay? One being AI music, okay? And a lot of people hate on AI music because it's low effort. I mean, some people said it's because it's bad for the environment, but I'm like, bro, who really cares about the environment, bro? Like, it's 2025, grow up. For one time, me and my friend were tripping off the Sykes. He started crying. He was like, bro, man, like, you know, like the trees are dying, like the polar ice caps are melting. Like, bro, we're really ruining the earth. And I'm like, bro, like, shut up. Like, we were in New York. I'm like, bro, look at those buildings. You know what I mean? Like, don't be a little baby. You know, the polar ice caps. Look at structure. Look at these factories we got. Look at this man-made stuff. That's why I see beauty in. Like, personally, like, what do you think is more beautiful? Okay, like this, like these, you know, like it's cute for sure. But look at this, okay? Yeah. Oh, look at these men. No, it's not even enough. I need buildings. Oh my gosh, I hope I didn't type anything horrible into the source bar recently. Nah, these, yeah, buildings. Oh, look at them close to. Now I want to see buildings close together. Oh my gosh, they know what I want to see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's New York right there. That's what I like. Anyways, yeah, the environment. I don't care. Okay, like who cares about the environment? But people like again. My thing is, I feel like if it sounds good, you shouldn't care how it ended up sounding good. Like who cares if Kanye put his voice over a reference track if you like the song? Like that was the weirdest thing. Like when people were listening to Vultures and they're like, wait, I think they used AI right here. Or there was that song with Cardi where it's like, oh man, he used AI. You're on like a witch hunt for it. And it's like, bro, who cares? Either like the song or don't like the song, okay? But if you don't like the song, you can't say AI is the reason you don't like it because how did the AI make the song sound worse? And my other point about that tweet, okay? I had not listened to that song by The Weeknd because I haven't listened to the album because honestly, I'm not that big of a Weeknd fan. Me personally. Okay, take a walk with me. I'm gonna tell you this. It started early. Okay, it was a big issue because I heard him. I think Wicked Games was the first song I heard, and I hated that song like desperately. And you know he was releasing more stuff. The only song I liked by him was like The Hills. You know, I only call you when it's half past. You know, whatever. I was like, okay, I'm rocking with him. But then it got to the point. I forgot when this was, but people started comparing him to Frank Ocean, and I was like, no. No, I refuse. You cannot sit here with a straight face and tell me that The Weeknd is better than Frank Ocean and expect me to believe that you're a smart person or someone with good music taste because he's simply not. It's not particularly close. I'll get back to that later, okay? But basically, you know, Weeknd, he's dropping stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever. Starboy comes out. I'm like, oh, brother. The songs that y'all let blow up off that album make me sick. What's crazy, I think I have it on vinyl, but like you couldn't force me to like half of those songs, bro. And there was one though. I think Die For You's on the album, and if it's not, if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. But I didn't like that song. But then one day, this girl invited me over, and she turned the red LED lights on in her room. And then, you know, she started playing music. And then she sat on it, right? She started bouncing. Oh, by the way, I'm unclothed at this. Like, I'm inside of her, right? She started bouncing on it, right? And then Die For You was playing. And then she did it in the rhythm of the song. And I almost cried. I was like, this is actually like a beautiful moment. Thanks, Abel. Still, I wasn't like a fan, you know what I mean? That's just a good smashing song. You know, like now, would I listen to that outside of a smashing situation? Probably not by choice, but if it came on, I would remember it fondly, you know, due to that moment. But the thing is, I'm still not seeing the quality in which you guys see, okay? And people talk about Trilogy. Trilogy is probably my least favorite era from him. I don't like any of those songs. I'm be real with you. I'm not gonna say any, but like I don't like most of those songs. You know what I'm saying? And then he dropped After Hours, and After Hours is a great album. My favorite album from him to this day. Like I think that's far and away his best album, like by far. And the thing is, a lot of people when I have that take, they're like, "What?" But Old Weekend, no. Absolutely not. Okay. I don't like Old Weekend the same way I don't like old Bruno Mars. And people hate that take too, but old Bruno Mars, I would like throw him off of a cliff. Not really. Joking, not serious. But like I'd throw him off like a small cliff, like into some pillows. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel about his old music. 24 Karat Magic, when he started teaming up with Anderson .Paak, those are the albums I like. Okay, but anyways, After Hours, my favorite Weeknd album, right? But then so I was excited for the next album. You know, the one where he was on the cover, like. And that's why I should have known it was a bad song. That's why I should have known I wasn't gonna like the album. Okay, but I listened to it. I really tried because I remember He dropped that in like a January, okay, and I was really trying to lock in. Then I think Capri Songs came out by FKA Twigs came out around the same time, and I was just listening to Capri Songs, bro, because I'm like, bro, I'm taking FKA Twigs over Abel any day. Still, wait, did they? Because they dropped close together this time too. They have like a little competition I don't know about. Okay, but here's the thing: FKA Twigs better than The Weeknd by far. That's what, bro. People just glaze him, bro. Someone said he was a top 5 artist of the gen. I'm like, bro, like I feel like he's just like popular. Like, I feel like honestly, I feel like it's like a Drake situation where it's like he's not bad at making music, but like people are like glazing it a bit. Seems like a great guy though. Like I'm happy for his success, but the music, I'm not rocking. I want to listen to FKA Twigs instead. Same thing's happening now. I'm still listening to Eusexua. Yeah. It was like after that last album, I couldn't even bring myself to be excited for this album. So it's like I just don't want to hear it. Now I'm gonna listen to the song. Hold up, let me make myself into the small box again. Now I'm gonna listen to this song to see if the drums go crazy, because I want to see if like if Kanye really had a point or if he's like just straight tweaking. Okay, guys, I just listened to the song and the drums did go crazy, and that was actually like an amazing song, like a very good song. I may have to listen to the full album, but he's still not better than Frank Ocean though. Like you want to look at Frank Ocean's discography. Let's look at Frank Ocean's discography. Okay, we're gonna get back to this. Okay, but just keep this in mind. Look at the Weeknd's discography. I'm telling you this right here. No, no, a little bit, only a little bit though. Like truly only a little bit. No, 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 yes, absolutely. I love it. Okay, mind you, if he made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if he made like 6 of these, then I'd be like, okay, man, like Frank Ocean, like you got to get up a little bit. Dawn FM, nah, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like these, it's just a bunch of stuff. Okay, it's just a bunch of like content. All right, it's like the difference between like quality and quantity. He put up a bunch of stuff. Like he's bound to hit eventually. You know what I mean? Like all the resources he got, he's bound to eventually be good. You know what I'm saying? But Frank Ocean, very, very short, very concise. Okay, now they're showing you these 2 albums, but these aren't his only 2 albums. I'll get to that later. Okay, Channel Orange, beautiful. Please show me the track list. Ah, man, okay. I need to find something that shows me the track list. Why don't you look at this, okay? Start. Sorry, starts the album. It's like, at this point, a lot of people don't know who Frank Ocean is. We're like, what? Like, what's going on here? Like, who is this guy? Like, why is he starting the, like, a bunch of, like, tape decks sliding in and out? Like, what? Like, what's going on? Then it's Thinking About You, okay? Hit, banger, okay? And it's crazy. It's such a banger. Might be the worst song on this album. Fertilizer. It sounds so beautiful. Only 39 seconds, okay? It's short, it's sweet, to the point. That's all we need from a song like Fertilizer. But Sierra Leone, oh, that's when he first started flowing. That's when he really got into it. He just transports us into a land of peace. I listened to a song a little bit before I spoke about it, so you guys know what I'm talking about, so I can really speak from the heart. He has the voice of an angel. Okay, truly. Okay, it's a great instrument. Like seriously, I feel like I'm in Sierra Leone while I'm listening to it. There are parts of the song where it's the way he like chops his flow up, right? Like I feel like a lot of like singers, they have like the same melody throughout the entire song, essentially like do the same thing. But he does so much in one song with his dynamics, with his delivery, with his flow. He goes back between a more expressive tone and a less expressive tone. There's so much progression in the song, and it is not always linear, okay? Which is, it's very refreshing. It's very I feel like that's probably why people like this album so much, you know what I mean? Because it's like it's poppy, like it's catchy, but also it's fresh. It does things that nobody at the time was doing, okay? And here's the thing. You can look, he produced most. It's funny, when he's a writer, he's Christopher Brew, but when he's Frank Ocean when he's producing. Okay, but you can see he had a hand in producing almost all of these songs, except like this interlude right here, and you can really hear it. You can see that his vision really came to light. He had an idea and he executed beautifully. And upon listening to Sweet Life, it makes me realize that this vibe of like all the songs, it's something that like only this album encapsulates, okay? Which is always very rare. Like usually with artists you can find like, oh, like there's this album that kind of gives you like the same vibe as like this album. But when I tell you this album right here, underground R&B artists for years have been trying to like find this vibe and they've been failing. Obviously not going to say who is like trying this, but it's like literally underground R&B is like worse off because people keep trying to do this and they can't. And the thing is, he's really putting on a performance. I really like on Sweet Life, like how composed he comes across, like vocally. There's no wasted movement, there's not doing too much, very controlled tone, okay? Like nothing's ever really flying off the handle, and I feel like it's what the instrumental needed. It's such a delicate instrumental. It would be very easy for like, I feel like a Brent Faiyaz to come on it and just completely overpower it. I'm sorry, me and my friend have this inside joke about Brent Fayez. Look, I like Brent Fayez's music, but like sometimes, like vocally, like he does like a lot. He's like like he's a great singer. He has a great voice, but it's like he knows that, and sometimes it's like, bro, like we don't need all these runs. You know what I mean? Like we don't need that much. Is it? Why can I? We don't need that much vibrato, bro. But yeah, no, I really like Brent Fayez. Like all time, I definitely have Brent Fayez. I'm looking at his discog right now. I prefer him over the Weeknd probably if I have to take all the albums together. And then not just money, okay? What an interlude, all right? It's really giving you some insight into, what is this album? Like, what is it supposed to mean to us? Like, what part of Frank Ocean's life is it representing towards us? I feel like maybe this was an important life lesson that he had to learn, and he thought, let me include it in the track list. And I appreciate Mr. Brew for doing that for us. And Super Rich Kids, oh, great, great Earl feature. That Benny and the Jet sample, it's like, I've heard it already. Like that's how you feel. It's just infectious, okay? If you love music, you have no choice but to love this song, okay? So it's like, by the beat alone, he didn't even have to do much. The instrumental would have been fine. He gets on there, he tells you a story straight to the point. Bruh, when I tell you, like, his lyrical performance here, like, very good rhyming job, okay? I don't go too crazy for rhyming, but I feel like he rhymed pretty well on here. And then when Pilot Jones comes on, it hits you like a truck emotionally, okay? Because he's had a certain tonality about, himself these first 7 tracks, but then when he gets, 6 and then the interlude, but then like you get to Pilot Jones, pure falsetto off the bat. It's just such a sweet sounding song. Like literally, it feels like my heart is being hugged by the music when I listen to it. And the unsung hero of this song is the snaps. Okay, now the thing is, sometimes on the 2s and 4s of beats, like you're gonna hear like the snare. Most of the time, it is gonna be a snare. Maybe a clap. Okay, but here the 2 and the 4s are snaps. Okay, very much gives a vibe of someone's just like you ever see those videos of like someone in prison, and obviously they don't have instrumentals, so they just gotta like snap and sing, and they're like a really good singer. They just got like a song on their heart, and they want to get it off. That's exactly how this could come across, except there also is that instrumentation there. Okay, and it's just a great one. It shows so much vocal range there. I think it's probably like the most range he shows. Let me look at the rest. Probably the most range he shows on the album vocally. And especially to choose to do that on such a like stripping back, like such a low-key song is a very interesting choice, because there are a lot of artists when they showcase their range, it's going to be on more of like a louder cut, like a something that's going to like get people pumped up, but nah, he's showing you here. Crack rock, no, the drums go crazy on crack rock. So these drums, Kanye, but I love crack rock. Okay, very good song. He gets on there and he tells a story. He tells you a story, and it's such a crazy like juxtaposition from Pilot Jones' song before. A bit louder, a bit brash. And I realize a lot of these songs are him getting on here, him telling stories, him telling tales, and him as a storyteller, I feel like he has his beautiful moments as like a storyteller. For some reason, I don't have much to say about this song, but it's legitimately one of my favorite songs on the album. Then Pyramids. The nights before nights, before we knew what he was going to end up doing with a crazy beat switch, he brought us Pyramids. It's just so groovy. The entire song is groovy, even when it transitions to different things. Like there's always want to like move my body to it, and he's riding the beat. He's riding the beat until it comes, and it's coming plenty. It's very precise. Okay, the thing about Frank Ocean's music, I feel like this is why it takes so long for it to actually come out. It's so very precise. Again, I think I mentioned it on Sweet Life. It's like no wasted notes, like nothing where it's like, oh, that maybe was improvised on the spot. Like everything feels like it was like painstakingly executed to perfection. And we got Lost. Okay, another very groovy cut. Okay, I'm swinging to it every time I hear it. And the thing about Lost is, it's like a very sad, like it's like him like trying to be happy the best he can, but because he's Frank Ocean, like he's just still sad. I feel like it's like a song that you play like when the vibes are good, but at the same time, if you listen to what he's saying, listen to like the general vibe, like he's still struggling with something. Like, bro, he really be making struggle music sometimes, but there's beauty in the struggle. Okay, and that's why we like it so much. Now White, when I tell you, I think I literally haven't listened to White in years. I know it's a smooth little number though. Monks though, oh my gosh, it's a banger. Again, he's telling a story in vibe wise. It's like a throwback, but I can't tell you what it's a throwback to. And that's a good sign, because that means he's not being derivative. Like clearly he's influenced by things, but I can't tell what they are. Great, great, great song. And then Bad Religion, okay? He's reminding you deep down, like again, like Monk's banger, right? It's like, ooh, like we're bouncing. But then he's like, nah, but like I'm sad though. Bad Religion. Bro, very beautiful, very sad. So, oh my gosh, right? When he's at the end, when he's like, bro, he said, I can never make them love me. I'm like, oh, like it physically hurts, okay? But he has a great vocal performance on that song. He shows quite a bit of range. I think there's still more range on Pilot Jones, maybe. But also, Bad Religion does have a lot of range. But again, the thing about him not overdoing it, it's like he can do all of these things vocally, but he's not gonna do them in every song. So it's like when we do have these moments of him like singing like really hard, like singing his guts out, they really mean something, okay? Because they're scant. Again, I would argue the best songs is when he's just acknowledging what he has to do on the instrumental and he's not doing anything too crazy. Bro, okay, Pink Matter, amazing Andre 3000 feature. But when I tell you, I'm like listening to it, right? Dude, I who's made an album like that's significantly better than this album? Definitely not The Weeknd. Okay, yeah, that's what this is all about. Remember, The Weeknd not better than Frank Ocean. It's just like he sings so well, okay, and it's like I can tell that he's trying to tell us something. Like what he's saying in this song in Pink Matter is very important to him for some reason. Beautiful, beautiful song, okay. But Forrest Gump, okay, I think that was a great pseudo end to the album. Like obviously we got end, but you know the end, like there's stuff there that we'll talk about, but like the thing is like Forrest Gump, like that is for sure like that's like the last note, like he's really leaving you on things. We could talk about thematically how it's a good ending, but sonically it's a good ending. Okay, very calm. I love that guitar melody that's playing. It's just again like just a beautiful note. Now mind you, end is a great end, you know what I mean? Because I think the whole like I love like the tape deck thing, like how throughout the album like there are little moments where it's like, oh, like I'm taking out this cassette, putting in this cassette. I love the vibe of it. But then the thing is there's like a song within here. I love that it's hidden under that, although I do wish like we just had like the song in its like fullness. But I do like that there's that little element of like, oh man, like this isn't all about you, the listener. Like yes, like I wanted you to hear this, yes I released it and thank you for listening, but at the same time like like nah, like this is about you witnessing the experience. Like this isn't a gift, it just means so much. Okay, now I'm not gonna talk about Golden Girl like a lot because like it's not like on like the streaming version of the album. But once I had the CD when I was younger, Golden Girl, I had it on repeat, banger. But it's very obvious why it wasn't like on the actual album. But it's a nice little song. I do appreciate it. Abel simply couldn't do that. Okay, but now let's talk about Blonde's track list. Okay, another thing he couldn't do. Nikes. Do you remember where you were when that video came out? Do you remember how beautiful of a video that is? You know how beautiful of a song this is? The pitched vocals. And a lot of people, I remember one time I saw in a comment section, people were arguing like Frank Ocean versus somebody. And they said on Nikes, he sounds like Wally, the kids movie. And here's the thing, the person that was arguing like laughed and they're like, ha ha ha, but like he's still good. Excuse me, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't dare let anybody disrespect Frank like that. Wally, if you hear this beautiful song and you think of a Pixar movie, I swear to God, like things might have to go down, right? But the thing about Nikes though is the video version of this song is not the same as the song that you get on streaming. But when I tell you that video version is amazing, okay, there's the pitched up vocals, he's singing, and in the background, not really the background, it's like more so the foreground, it's him like talking in like a pitched down voice. And honestly, I wish that was the version we got on streaming. It's so mesmerizing. It's a mesmerizing song. This was such a perfect intro to let us know like where he was at and what we were about to experience. Okay, we weren't getting like a kind of like happy-ish, like a good vibe as like Channel Orange. We were in for something. Okay, we were in for like this like industrial, like getting hit by a truck. I'm not saying it's an industrial album because obviously like but here's the thing, this is like what I picture when I hear the album. Like I just picture like this kind of room and like just stuff going down. Then hits you with Ivy. The first lyric, I thought I was dreaming when you said you love me. What? Who says that? Who comes up with that? How did you think of such things? And the thing about Ivy, his flow is relentless. It's always crazy to hear an artist like on like a softer song just have a sick flow. Like his flow is insane. Like literally, it does not stop coming at you, and it's beautiful. Okay, then Pink and White. Do you know how much of like a baddie you have to be like in the music industry to put Beyonce as your backup vocals? The vocal powerhouse that is Beyonce. Imagine calling up Beyonce being like, I want you on this song as backup vocals, and she says yes and she performs it and it sounds amazing. Nice swing, nice bounce. A little story about this song, I remember I used to have roommates who hated Frank Ocean, right? I would argue about it every day, and one day they said they were going to put on Frank Ocean to like make fun of him. This song came on, they loved it. Okay, they couldn't resist. And mind you, these were people who very purposefully like would tell me that they hated the music I listened to just because they knew it upset me so much. Literally, I did not find out until after I got out of the hospital, right? Again, almost passed away, went to the hospital. I have that story. When I got out, that's when they finally admitted, they're like, honestly, Bryce, we don't hate all your music recommendations. I was like, what? They were just doing it to mess with me. And I'm like, bro, you can't do that. So I was so, man, I used to be so down about that. I'm like, bro, like, why are they saying all this is trash? I know it's not. I know it's good. But anyways, yeah, Be Yourself. Next up on track list, we love it. We love a good Frank Ocean interlude, especially this album. Like the interludes, they don't steal the show by any means, but like a lot of people like talk about them to this day. And next up is Solo. Bro, there are certain songs on this album where it really feels like you're in a cloud, you know, like I mentioned that thing about like, you know, like the industrial room before, but other ones, like it sounds like you're in a cloud. There's just so much space, and Solo is not structurally, but it's a very unconventional song. His flow, very very unique. I just love how he bounces those moments of when he's more like rapping to you, he's more so just talking, and then he just starts singing, you know, with that beautiful voice. Now Skyline 2, this song is structurally unique. Like the pacing of it, oh my goodness. Something I like about Frank Ocean songs that I've been noticing is low-key, they have like a theater vibe to them. Like they're very theatrical, but not too like much in a cheeky way, but just in a very like, they feel big. I love big music that feels big, like, oh, this is this thing I'm doing, okay? As the things I do appreciate small music though. Like, I'd consider like most underground rappers, they're small music, okay? And I like a lot of underground rappers. It's more so like, oh, like, you know, I'm just here, like it's not, this isn't really so much of a moment in time, but it is a moment in time because, you know, here I am appreciating the little things. When I listen to Osama Son, those are like little songs, you know what I mean? Because Osama, he's a little guy, you know, he's just getting on his beats. He's like, bro, when I tell you, I love that Osama Son out. I love Jump Out. I think it's so good. Now, mind you, I used to think people were like crazy when they're like, oh my gosh, he's better than Cardi, he's better than Ken Carson, he's better than Destroy Lonely. But like, here's the thing, it's one album. I know he has more, but like as far as an album being like that good, like he has one album that's like that very good, but like I see what they're saying. I like Jump Out more than Whole Lotta Red personally. I love Whole Lotta Red. I love Cardi. Cardi's probably in my like top 5. But Jump Out was insane. Okay, very pleasantly surprised. Next up on this, Self Control, classic. Just a heartbreak anthem. I mean, with most songs on this track list, just a heartbreak anthem. It has beautiful progression. The instrumental, absolutely amazing. And again, it's one of those songs, it's very cloudy. Like I feel like I'm in clouds. Good guy, about a minute long, straight to the point. I love the filter that he has over his voice on that song. And it's stripping back, it's emotional, and it's like, again, a lot of these songs on this album, there's not a lot of stuff going on musically, but it sounds great. You know what I mean? But sometimes, actually, I take that back. There is a lot of stuff going on musically. Maybe not this song in particular, but there are other songs where there's a lot of musical progression there that's going crazy. At the same time, it's not like punching you. It's not ham-fisted. A lot of these songs don't have drums. It just encapsulates a vibe that's almost undescribable. And it says a lot about Frank Ocean as an artist that he can like carry an album like this. Because there's many artists, some of your favorite artists, if you told them that they had to have an album, right, and X amount of songs couldn't have drums, and it could only have maybe like 3-4 instruments in it, a lot of them would fold. A lot of them would flounder. Not Frank Ocean. Nights. What can I say about Nights that has already been said? The beat switch speaks for itself, and it's just thematically it's beautiful. The things I feel like before this point in the track list, a lot of these songs were delivered. I mean, pretty much the whole track list. A lot of the songs I feel like are delivered in a more nonchalant way. Not like not trying, but just a lot calmer, okay? But then the first half of Nights, there's so much energy in there. So much more energy than there's been. And in that little second part, he gets dragged down again. Because technically there's 3 parts. Like we talk about the beat switch, but this song is pretty much 3 parts. In the third part, he brings back in that woozy vibe we've been getting, laid back. And that's what I mean. Like when I say we're in the clouds, like we're literally in the clouds. And my favorite part personally is the ad-libs in the back. And it's so the way his ad-libs are so casual. Again, it's like he's just not overdoing it, which I can really appreciate. Like it sounds like that's genuinely like there's a sense of earnestness, you know what I mean? And like it seems like how he's feeling. And the thing about this song in general, I would literally I'm sorry. I just think about how good it is sometimes. I would like if someone was like, hey, you have to pick between The Weeknd's entire career or Nights. Okay, like one disappears forever. Like you have to pick. I am taking Nights over The Weeknd's entire career. Like he's just never made something on the level of this. Like I'm sorry, and it's so much better than anything he's made cumulatively. Why can I not talk right now? Why can't I cumulatively? That like it's just not even close. Now I'm not being like this isn't me just glazing Nights. Okay, even though I am glazing Nights. Like if someone's like, oh, like Kanye's entire career, you know, this video is about Kanye's entire career, you know, overnight. I'm taking Kanye's career, I'm taking Cardi's career, and so on and so forth. But I'm taking Nights over The Weeknd, every Weeknd album. If The Weeknd just would disappear from the face of this earth, like we could never hear any of the songs ever again, but we could hear Nights, I wouldn't be mad. That's how good Nights is. Like, there are points, I don't know how you guys feel when you're listening to albums, but personally, me, when I'm listening to like a big album like this, right? I think and I wait for like the moment. You know what I mean? Like the moment that you come to the album for. Like obviously all these songs are good, right? And many albums, most of the songs are good. But there's a point when you're like, oh, like this is why I'm listening to the album. Like this was the point that I was supposed to get to. Say you're listening to Graduation, right? You're enjoying Graduation. You're like, okay, yeah, these songs are good. Like, you know, some of them even great, amazing songs, right? But you get to Flashing Lights and you're like, oh my goodness. Like you're taken aback. You're like, oh, like this is why I'm listening to the album. Like this song is the centerpiece of the album. Like this song means everything to the album. Like how I feel about this album is greatly impacted by how I feel about this song specifically, and that's exactly what Nights is for Blonde. When you're listening to albums, I really want you to think about that. I want you to think about like if you can find, because some albums don't have that moment, and then those albums end up being a bit more like forgettable, you know? Next time you're listening to an album, right, that you're really excited about, think about if you can find that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, like this is absolutely why I'm listening to the album. Anyways, then we got Solo Reprise, bro. Great Andre 3000 performance. Not going to talk about it too much because, you know, I mean, it is on the album, right? So I feel like I guess I do have to talk about it a little bit. It's just a great verse, you know, as simple as that. Very fitting for the theme at the time. I remember, was this when like Drake Ghostwriter stuff came out? Oh yeah, and then like he had that little thing. He was like, "Oh, I was under the impression we were all writing our own verses." And then we get to Pretty Sweet, and it's so crazy that he made a song like this. Like I get so shook by that. Like the way it progresses, I don't know if I've ever heard a song like this in my life, and that's what makes it really hard to describe. Like, it's so chaotic, but also so composed. It's a beautiful track. Okay, then Facebook Story, another interlude, another good interlude. Dude yapping about this girl on Facebook, and then Close to You. Okay, that's a great song. Here's the thing. I feel like Pretty Sweet and Close to You, and obviously Facebook Story, wasn't really giving us much to grab onto. Now, mind you, that's not me saying that they're not good songs that are worth listening to, because they absolutely are. Like Pretty Sweet, sometimes I'm like, bro, is this like the best song I've heard in my life? Like I have those moments. But my thing is like tangibly, like in your head, like thematically and sonically, you can have a good grasp onto Nights, onto Self Control, onto Skyline 2, onto Solo. But after Nights was such a big moment, gave us these two right here, these two more chaotic cuts. He's giving us time to relax, to like cool down a bit, you know, just like kind of like clear our heads a bit. And then White Ferrari, an indescribably beautiful song that I'm going to attempt to describe. Again, the unsung hero is the progression. That's the thing nobody talks about. Like the way this song, oh my gosh. Like the thing, for one, I love songs without hooks personally. I love when a song is no chorus and it's just straight progression. Like if you look at like the points that you get to on White Ferrari, it just goes from boom to bang to bam to boom, hitting you directly in your soul. Okay, like, bruh, it's like it's hurting me that it's so hard to describe. But that's just the beauty of it at the end of the day. Then Siegfried, I never learned how to pronounce this. Siegfried, whatever. It is a very calm but powerful song. Honestly, there he's showing off like his powerful voice. He's like, bro, I know I was calm for a lot of this album, but I'm a vocal powerhouse. Like that's what he's telling us. That and on Godspeed. I love how like Godspeed kind of stands out as more of a gospel like type song, you know, like you got the choir, you know, you got that instrumentation. But again, it's Frank Ocean. It's like he puts his own spin on everything, like in like such an impossible way. And this entire album, also especially this song though, it's written so well. Like he's such a good writer, bro. But Futara Free, speaking of writing, Futara Free is honestly like him to have this entire album, okay, the themes, how emotional it is, you know, lots of singing, obviously. I mean, he is a singer, but to close it out with him rapping, beautiful choice. And honestly, like the thing is, he raps like very well on here. Like it's unconventional. Like the thing is, like obviously, like there's the interview portion at the end, but I'm like, bro, if he would, I wonder like how the song would have done if he like chopped it and didn't have like the whole outro part and was just like straight like him rapping. And you know, it's powerful. It makes you feel like everything's gonna be okay. You know, and sometimes after this album, you need an everything's gonna be okay type song. You know what I mean though? The Weeknd, bro, bro, he's not matching up to those albums. And again, those aren't Frank Ocean's only albums. Nostalgia Ultra. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Nostalgia Ultra, I love it, but it does not have the place in my heart that those other two albums have. I mean, this is a mixtape, but that the other two albums have, so it's not getting a full breakdown for me. I will tell you, the highlights are Strawberry Swing, Novocaine, We All Try. Oh, I love B words talking. I love B words talking. Songs for women, love crimes, golden solid little interlude there. There will be tears. Please, swim good, dust, American wedding, Soul Calibur, and Nature. Nature feels is great. Yeah, those are the highlights of the album. The whole album's good, bro. I don't know how he was this good so early on. Like, it's actually insane. So, look, I just told you three great bodies of work. Would you believe me if I told you none of these were his best bodies of work? Endless. Okay, I want you to look at it. Now, you can't see it because I'm here. Endless. All right. Now, the thing is, I can't give you a breakdown of this because, as you may or may not know, this is a visual album and it's literally like just pure like 45 minutes long. It's like the track listing is there, but also it's low-key not that. Like, it's hard to tell sometimes, okay? Also, I don't know if I'd be able to describe it to you. When I tell you, it's so beautiful. This legitimately might be one of his best albums, and it's just sitting there on Apple Music as like one long video. It's literally gorgeous. I could not glaze this album enough. But yeah, this guy, he's not doing that, okay? So I hate those comparisons. I never want to hear someone say he's better than Frank Ocean when literally, with the exception of, like, After Hours might be better than Nostalgia Ultra. Maybe. Other than that, no album's better than any of those bodies of work. Like for real, though. Okay, but let's look at Kanye's tweets. Yep, the drums did go crazy. When you too old to say brazy, so you be in the studio with N-words like, yeah, man, that's really good. No, I mean really, really good. Is there an age limit on brazy? Personally, I always think it's bad vibes when someone tries to put an age limit on something, outside of like, like don't have relations with like children, like other, like when people try to put age limits on like using words and like terminology. I feel like brazy's perfectly fine. I could see a 60-year-old man saying brazy, like, but again, I feel like it more depends on the environment. Like if I saw a 60-year-old white man say brazy, I'd be like, okay, relax a little bit. So yeah, I think that's a bad take there. And then I don't keep up with sports. Who's ready for the NBA finals next week? The NBA finals aren't next week. Again, another L take, Kanye. Come on. Retro tweet, don't call me for anything textable. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I hate when people call me. It gets on my nerves. Thanks, family. Elon, you should post pictures and videos to the products. Man, he's giving them advice. I mean, I guess he's showing gratitude. That's fine. New profile pic. How did he make it a square? Retro tweet, don't call me. What retro tweet? Where's it? Retro tweet, don't call me for anything textable. Completely valid. Okay, I hate when people call me. Okay, like, I don't like it. Here he's thanking Elon for something, which he's giving thanks. Shout out to him. New profile picture. How did he get his profile picture to be a square? Okay, that's a real question. Kamala seems like a very nice human. I just want to say sorry to her kids. Why would he want to apologize to the kids? Did something happen to them? I don't know. He's promoting something. Please remember, I'm only 35 days into the year. It's funny. No way. No way. Okay, it's funny because I remember when he said this, I was like, man, he's probably going to do something like pretty interesting soon. And then he said free Puff. Okay, free Diddy. P. Diddy, who's in jail for allegedly doing some pretty awful things. And it's like, if he did the things that he's alleged to do, I disagree. We should not be freeing Puff if that's the case. He's promoting this song here, and here's the thing, okay? I liked Vultures. I thought Vultures 2 was decent. Okay, like I thought they both had songs. This I'm not seeing the vision yet. I'm not all the way there. Tycoon. I guess you could say he's a tycoon. I don't know the definition of tycoon, but I feel like it's something money related. It would make sense. All of these celebrity N words and B words is P word. Y'all watch our brother rot and never say anything. Well, I think he's talking about P Diddy, and again, it's like, bro, look at what P. Diddy, allegedly did. With all due respect, I hope this isn't too crazy to say, but if he did those things, I feel like it'd be very reasonable for people to just want to watch him rot and not really say anything about it. At real Donald Trump, please free my brother Puff. Could you imagine if Donald Trump does that? I hope he doesn't. That would be like, he would have to get impeached for that, right? F all that woke stuff, N-words, addicted to complaining. Do something. Now, here's the thing. Addicted to complaining? Some people are. Some people are. Now, obviously, that scared me. Obviously, like, Kanye's taking it a step too far, but some people are addicted to complaining. You see it all the time on the internet. We all watch them try to cancel Chris Brown, and ain't nobody do nothing. I was P-word then, too. Chris Brown is till the wheels fall off. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if we want to be supporting Chris Brown either. Because I feel like multiple things have came out about him harming women, and it's like, as a society, we don't approve of that. Personally, I don't approve of that. So I simply wouldn't ride for Chris Brown. If I see someone if I see someone getting canceled for something that, for one, that they like provably, like with evidence, have done, and it's like horrible, I'm not gonna stand up for them. Like, what are we talking about here, Kanye? Slavery is a choice. Now, here's the thing. obviously with everything, and you're gonna see this is a trend with his tweets, he's taking it a step too far. But the concept of slavery as a choice that he's talking about, what I think he means by slavery, and I'm pretty sure like he elaborated on this further, is like being like a slave to the system, like being like in the matrix, like, oh, the people are controlling you, blah 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 blah, which, and oh, you can like break out of it, people have that whole thing, and I think that's true. But again, it's like when you say the word slavery, I think people are thinking of like pure like slavery, so it's like, yeah, like, no, by definition it is not. They trying to prove a point, and y'all know that, y'all effing know that, and sitting and laughing at the effing internet on Instagram. This man gave his life to us, is my idol, this is my hero. Bruh, is P. Diddy really his hero? No, he's got that one lyric in that song with Beyonce where he does reference Puff Daddy being his hero. But how is he your hero though? What did he ever, when was P. Diddy ever like that impressive? You know what I mean? Like just in life. I mean, money. But I mean, like, at the same time, probably as an artist, like a young like rapper, like seeing P. Diddy, that, like, I feel like amongst famous people he probably was like probably a cooler figure. And also I'm 23. Oh, I'm 23 now. I just recently turned 23. So I don't know if I was there for, I'm sorry, this got me cracking up. So I don't know if I was there for like peak Diddy, but I didn't know peak Diddy was like that peak. What y'all gonna do? Cancel my sneaker deal, cancel my record deal, freeze my accounts, F all y'all N-words, slavery is a choice. I'm speaking my mind now. I ain't editing SHIT ever again. Now here's the thing. Can they do these things? I mean, they might. They might try to, after this whole debacle. And he isn't editing anything ever again. See, I feel like this goes with my theory that like he has just never used the backspace button. F Diego, I don't know who that is. All you please come at me. That's how we spot the coons. Let these white people and Jewish people tell you what to do and say F Diego and F all you N-words in advance. Yeah, who's Diego? I have no idea who Diego is. Oh yeah, also, I don't know if it's gonna come up later, but he says stuff about white people and then says stuff about Jewish people. There was this publication I saw on Twitter that was like, oh, like Twitter is censoring when he says stuff about Jewish people, but not when he says stuff about white people. And like they're saying like that's like suspicious, like the Jewish people like have a hand in that. And I'm like, are you serious? There are some people that are just progressively becoming idiots. You know what I mean? Like whether you like it or not, Jewish people are a marginalized community. They are at risk. That's why these whole like that whole German dictator situation, it wasn't just that. Like people still hate on them to this day, clearly. I hate when people act like Jewish people are just like white people. You know what I mean? Because they're not. I mean, again, like in certain aspects you want to look at them like, yeah, but historically, like again, like ask a white supremacist how they feel about Jewish people. Like that's my first answer, so it's like you can't just put them in the white category all the time. Also, stop hating on it. Like anti-Semitism, it's so embarrassing, bro. Like I'm really like embarrassed for society that's now becoming such like a common thing. Oh, yeah, here he is selling the free Diddy shirts. Puff get one call a morning. He was found abusing phone call bridges by Kanye and trying to bribe and blackmail witness. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's probably why he has one call. But why is he telling us? Like, are we supposed to call him? Like, what? Look at this. Okay, you know what I thought about, bro? Imagine the people who were buying like Sean John, like Diddy's like brand before they found out about things. What do you think they did with? What do you think they did with the clothes? Like, you have to like burn them or something. You know what I mean? You can't be seen wearing some Sean John stuff. I wonder how many people really like bought this. Because do you know, like, it's like, it's a lot of this. This is like indefensible. So how could you like? I couldn't imagine being that edgy. I couldn't. I love Game for Life. Nobody hacked me. Man, showing love to the game. Oh yeah, they're claiming he's hacked. You know what? I feel like there are more tweets than this. But anyways, we're gonna get to the juicy stuff soon anyways. But I thought there was more. I love cutting the grass every couple of years. Is he talking about like actual grass, or is this a metaphor? Just for clarity, they trying to make it. Just for clarity, bro, I promise you this isn't gonna be clear. Just for clarity, they trying to make an example out of Puff. Me and my brother had our issues, but these white people trying to use Puff to scare N-words. I'm neither scared nor brave. This just me. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If P. Diddy getting arrested for the things that he's like accused of, which apparently is like has like a lot of evidence of, who is that scaring? I'm not gonna lie. Personally, if P. Diddy did those things, I'm feeling a lot safer. I'm the opposite of scared. Like, but things I feel like Kanye is talking specifically about like certain famous people, which makes me very worried for like what other people get down with. I just found out that Puff is not allowed to make or collect money while he's locked up, so I'm gonna send his half to Justin. Justin, that's his son or something, right? Why does he gotta tell us? Oh, because I guess if we're supporting P Diddy, we should know where the money's going, which we're not. I hope we're not supporting P Diddy at a time like this. Who's ever after Puff, we got to find out exactly who they are. Okay, cool, play off the grid. Bro, this dude saying his own memes. But it's like, what do you mean who's after Puff? Like, you mean, it's not funny, but is he like talking about like the victims? My heart jumped not one moment today. I got steel in my veins, God mode. Not gonna lie. You're telling me when you first did, wait, where's the first thing he said about Diddy? The first thing he said about Diddy. Also, yeah. He seems like pretty like worried. Like he seems concerned. All these things are in all caps. Is he really just like emphasizing it so we know? Like I'm not gonna play. Okay, cool. Play off the grid is crazy. Puff, we love you, man. Bro said we. He dragged us into it. Like come on. My name is Ye B word, so you don't know me. Oh yeah, that's when Kira called him Kanye. Which man, right? I mean, the thing is, the same thing happened with Prince. Okay, Prince went as Prince, and then he went for it with artists formerly known as, which people definitely like called him. But now, like we call him Prince. Wheels Fall Off featuring Ye. Man, I told you how I felt about that. Elon, they kicked me off Instagram, so happy you bought X. This post doesn't prove he's banned, rather logged out. His account is still active with stories at the time of writing this. Bro, do you think he just logged out of his account and then was like, oh man, they banned me? I'm sorry, that's like hilarious. This is God's money. I'm rich for times like this. How is it God's money? Oh, he's saying he's God, I remember. God is the greatest. Our unity is more powerful than an atomic bomb. We can win it all without firing a shot. Elijah Muhammad. It seemed like quality quotes, you know what I mean? Like nothing besides the Diddy stuff and the Chris Brown stuff and the things he said about Jewish people and white people. So far, it's not so bad. I stood up for Puff and I'm still winning 20 Grammys next year and doing the Super Bowl. Bro, if he finds a way to do the Super Bowl and win 20 Grammys, what are we going to say? Like, I'd find that very impressive. Because I'm like, bro, there's no way. Like, I feel like even if he dropped, like, an album that was, like, somehow twice as good as, like, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I feel like they wouldn't allow him to win a Grammy for it. When I say they, I mean, like, society. He says hard. That is a hard picture of Drake. I think it's pretty cool. People just shaming Drake a bit too much. They're like, oh, like, everything he does is lame, blah, blah, blah. I think it's pretty cool. And now we're on to the big stuff, the censored tweets. And the thing is, I literally don't know the rules of YouTube, so I'm not going to physically show you the censored tweets, but I will read them. He says, and I quote, any N-word come in my face and ask me about that Puff shit, I'm stealing off them immediately. I don't give a F if you 8 feet tall, I'ma jump and steal off you. No more N-words telling me what color hat to wear. If you ask me on the phone, I'm hanging up immediately and never speaking to you again. If you DM me, I'm blocking you. You N-words is controlled and broke. All you Kamala meat riding F slurs. Y'all got everything to say about my opinions when you just doing what N-words make you do for money. F slur don't mean gay either. It means F slur like it always meant. You effing R slur. A lot of slurs in there, but I hope you caught up. Oh yeah, by the way, what stealing off someone means, some people don't know this. I was talking to my girl about it. She had no idea. It means like punching someone in the face. But yeah, not gonna lie. Like it's crazy to imply that the reason like people aren't supporting Diddy is because they're controlled by some force. Crazy because it's like he's blaming Jewish people for things, but it feels like he's not even blaming them for like reasonable things. You know what I mean? Not that anything's like reasonable to just blame a certain group of people for, but I mean like, what do you mean that they're making everyone be mad at P. Diddy? If that's what they chose to do, low-key good, given everything that took place. Like the next tweet, and I quote, F all this woke stuff. They putting fat B words on the runway. Nobody want to see that stuff. It's unhealthy. It promotes obesity, and the wild stuff is if the fat B words lose weight, he says loose and not lose weight, then they lose their except for Adele, because she actually has another talent than being used as a pawn for political agendas. Got clunky there near the end, but that's like literally like word for word what he wrote. Here's the thing, okay? He's speaking his mind about how he feels about seeing, big women on the runway. Personally, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen that many big women on the runway. Am I tripping? Am I not tapped in? Like if the women that I've seen on the runway are the fat women in question, it's like, bro, I can't see the vision simply. Okay. Also, this is a body positive page. Okay. I can't promote anything that's not body positive. But yeah, it was kind of nonsense near the end though. He started talking about Adele, misspelled her name. Next tweet is, I'm never apologizing for my Jewish comments. I can say whatever the F I want to say forever. Where's my effing apology for freezing my accounts? Suck my meat. How's that for an apology? Did they have proper reason to freeze his account? Say you're a billionaire, right? And let's say you're acting like a little erratic, I feel like freezing your accounts might be a reasonable thing to do. It's like, given how Kanye's been lately, I'm kind of leaning towards like being like, maybe they had a reason. You know what's funny? It's him attacking these people in such a vicious manner is making me be like, hey, maybe he's making me like defend them more, because for me, I'm always fighting for the underdog. Okay, I know Kanye's implying that he's the underdog, but it's like we're only seeing him speak, so he's making them the underdog. So now I'm like, hey man, like, I gotta fight for their rights. Another tweet, be clear, you Jewish N-words don't run me no more. This is a free country and this is my free opinion. You abort black children for stem cells. Abortion is murder and it's pushed onto black and Latino communities. Now here's the thing, okay? Personally, I'm a pro-choice man. However, I do kind of think it's murder a little bit. Honestly, I feel like given, situations people find themselves in, it's an acceptable murder, okay? Like I approve. Not that I approve of murder in general, like murder is absolutely bad. But, if you gotta do it to like a fetus, because maybe you're not in the best situation. It's really not my decision to make, okay? It's your life. However, I do feel like it shouldn't be used as like a form of birth control. Like that sometimes, like, do you ever see like those like pro-life versus pro-choice debates? And like someone who's pro-choice gets like really mad. And then they're like, oh, like I've had 8 abortions and I'll get 8 more. It's like, why are you like premeditated, like planning on having abortions? I feel like it should be acknowledged. It's like a bad thing that like we don't want to happen overall. But sometimes people get too gung-ho about it. Like they get excited about the fact. It's one thing to be like, yo, if I got pregnant right now, I'd probably abort the child. But for you to just be like, ooh, I'm gonna have multiple abortions, like just to like stick it to pro-lifers, like that's insane to me. And look, I know there's a lot of pushback on like the whether or not it's murder thing, but here's my thing, okay? We can't be like, when a woman has a miscarriage, right? Even early on, we can't like be sad for that and then like claim that like it's not like murder when, you know what I mean? Like imagine a woman has a miscarriage and she comes to you and she's like, man, the fetus, like it died. And you're like, no, it didn't. It was never alive. It's not a thing. That would be horrible. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we really got it. I feel like the part of the problem, and I feel like this is what has a lot of pro-lifers stuck, is people aren't honest about what it is. People are like, no, it's not like that. And it's low-key like exactly like that. But again, your life, your decision. Okay, I completely understand that sentiment. Okay, but more tweets. Anybody who worked for me that don't agree, F you, quit. You most likely charging too much anyways. That's crazy, bro. He's really not worried about finding new people to work. Personally, I don't know these people's wages, so I don't know if I can say they're charging too much, And plus, I don't really run a business. I don't know what the average thing is. Anyways, we all being used by the system. Every tweet I make promotes Elon's platform and the most lit person that ever been on Twitter. Shopify is not my platform. I'm the one-man army. No other celebrity or non-celebrity got the power to do stuff, and that wouldn't even if they did. I'm above any other celebrity that's ever existed. I look down on them, and they look up at me. Know that, and I want y'all to all know that I am the effing top. No N-word in history ever spoke their mind and lived. So why the F would I stop now? Trying to figure out like who spoke their mind and didn't live. I mean, probably a lot of people, but like, you know what I mean though? Sure, there's a lot of people that speak their mind that are also like still with us. But yeah, also this isn't the comments in particular, but sometimes I notice people like trying to argue with him in his comments, being like, shut up, blah blah. I'm like, bro, why are you bothering? Like, why are you engaging with him directly? That's so kind of a bit corny to me. Y'all watch me burn alive. Now it's F everybody. All 27 of y'all. 27 of who? I don't need y'all support if you ain't Yeezy gang and doing everything in your power to further my agendas, then it's F you. I was like, okay, that's kind of how I feel sometimes. Bro, like, I need people to further my agendas. When they don't further my agendas, I get so mad. Okay, so I kind of relate in that sense. It's me and the people, whether I'm in a $35 million mansion or sleeping in my car. No one will ever tell me anything again. Man, $35 million mansion, that's gotta be nice. But I really wonder if he will, like, lose money due to any of this. There are 3 theirs. Theirs. That's some honky shit. I don't got time to be figuring that. I don't have time to be figuring that out when I tweet. There's nothing whiter than English itself. N-words who speak perfect English be broke. Schools and religions are made to control and limit critical and entrepreneurial. Only word that's not in all caps. Thinking you effing educated are slurs. Not gonna lie, I feel like there's plenty of people who speak perfect English who make a lot of money. Okay, I feel like they probably make more money than people who speak broken English. Like, so, I feel like this is a clear miss, very, very clear mix amongst a few. Some of my best friends are Jewish, and I don't trust any of them. I would be so sad if I was one of Kanye's best friends, and I saw that. I have dominion over my wife. This ain't no woke as feminist stuff. She's with a billionaire. Why would she listen to any of you dumb broke B words? I mean, I see the point. Like, why would she? She is a billionaire. Why would she listen to broke people? I get that specifically. People say the red carpet look was her decision. Yes, I don't make her do nothing she doesn't want to, but she definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without my approval. You stupid woke pawns. I have no respect or empathy for any one living thing because no one living can F with me. But I do love some people and I give them favor. Not but I do love some people and give them favors. Okay, a crazy thing to say. But nah, like these are the tweets I'm talking about, the comment section. Like, why we hate commenting on his post? Like, is it really necessary? But yeah, but people are looking at this tweet. Here's my stance on the whole, like, because people are like, oh, you know, his wife is being like, you know, abused, like blah 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 blah. Here's the thing. I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Okay, because people say that, and the only thing they point to is her clothing, right? And it's been shown that she dressed provocatively before she met him or before they started dating. So my thing is, okay, again, I'm not saying like it's not like a red flag or whatever, but I feel like until we get like an allegation, like someone comes out like, oh man, like, you know, Kanye, he's like super abusive, he's laying hands. Because like, has Kim said anything like that? It just seems very flimsy to me that like our only argument for, oh my gosh, he must be an abuser is the fact that his wife dresses provocatively. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like claiming that to be a red flag kind of like dumbs down and like dulls any like actual red flags, because now it just seems like we're pointing out anything. Him saying he has dominion over his wife is crazy. Yeah, there's definitely some misogyny here. Okay, don't get it twisted. It's so sad. You hate to see misogyny from someone who like allegedly loved their mother as much as he claimed to. How an N-word pay for everything and let his B-word run him, all you broke using mother effers. Shut the F up already. Bruh. But he's not a provider man, okay? He seems like a 50-50er. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you know how hard it would be to like, no, I don't know. No, I feel like at that point, I feel like if you're a billionaire, you're dating like other like people who have like success for themselves, so you wouldn't be paying for everything. So yeah, that makes sense. I'm buying 2 Maybachs tomorrow. I'm gonna make the Jewish person who's selling it read all these tweets, and I bet you see me whipping. I bet you see me whipping Maybachs. I mean, if you go there and you know you're purchasing, you got money, you got the capital. What are they really gonna tell you? You know what I mean? So if anything, he'll maybe just like charge you a bit more. I don't know Kamala, and I ain't got nothing against that lady. She was just being used for what they call the black vote. I don't know anything about politics of effing coins, and I don't care. Yeah, I feel like Kamala definitely was being used for the black vote, but also they didn't have a choice. They had to get Joe Biden out of there. And again, like I said earlier, I feel like Democrats are just in general like used for the black vote. You know, let me say this right here. This tweet, look, don't take this the wrong way, but this tweet broke my heart more than any other one, because all the other ones, it's like at this point I'm like, I expected like the ramblings, I expected like these controversial things, you know, these horrendous things to be said, but this broke my heart, and I'll tell you why. I don't listen to rap. I don't know who the F is rapping anymore. You know, Miles is like my favorite artist. I'm a 47-year-old billionaire. Why the F would I listen to rap? There's not one piece of information in rap that benefits my agendas or helps me get money. What makes me sad about that is I feel like you should be listening to it for the love of the game. Like, it's like, it hurts to hear that like he doesn't love it anymore. You know what I mean? Especially, it's such an influential artist, such a great artist. Makes me sad to hear. I'm racist. Stereotypes exist for a reason, and they all be true. Actually, no, they don't all be true. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they definitely come from a place, but like a lot of times, like people have developed like past those stereotypes. Like what? Like black people like traditionally ate like fried chicken and watermelon like at a point in time, but like I feel like now we've evolved. Like I know plenty of black people who don't like fried chicken. Personally, I'm not a big fried chicken guy, to be honest with you. I do love watermelon though. I can't avoid that one. I ain't assimilating to the simulation. I feel like when people have like these breaks like this, I wonder what they're seeing. Like I wonder like in his opinion, I wonder what's happening to him right now. I don't want to go to your fancy restaurants. Ramen noodles and Doritos was made for a reason. I feel like these snacks aren't even that good, to be honest. Ramen noodles, nah. Doritos are good, but they're not that good. Nah, they're okay. They're good, but like they're not like they're not good enough for me to not want to go to a fancy restaurant. I only care about myself. If an N word or a B word can't help me, they got to get the F from around me. I like when people have like these like big like narcissistic things. Like I kind of like it, so I like this one. I really. So when he was like, "Oh man, if you don't support my agenda, you're out of here," I like the vibe, you know. You know, a bit devious. My support of Puff is completely selfish. I need to find whoever been trying to out black moguls. I mean, at least he's admitting, you know, that it's not for the betterment of the people. But you know, this does kind of conflict with him like acting as if like everyone else should be on the same team. It's like he knows. Okay. I don't even know what the F anti-Semitic means. It's just some BS Jewish people made up to protect their BS. Was that the right there? Aw. You know what's interesting to me about this whole thing? Oh my gosh, 114,000 likes. Because I was about to say, People are so mad at him for, being anti-Semitic, which rightfully so, I think so. But I feel like we've been in a time where lately a lot of people on social media have been very openly anti-Semitic. Like, it's weird. Like, I'll make posts where I'm like, oh yeah, like, you guys should stop being anti-Semitic. It's weird, and people like argue with me about it. So it's interesting that like he's in this much controversy, given like what the nature of like life is looking like right now, and like the way people talk about Jewish people. You N word slow, some people probably are. You know what I mean? He's probably right in some sense. Effing R slurs. You hate to see it. You hate to see the slur usage. I don't take no unsolicited advice. I'm trying to think if that's a solid take. I don't know. Maybe he's at a point where he should start taking some unsolicited advice. He asked me this in like 2010 or something. I'm like, bro, yeah, he doesn't need your advice. But now I feel like he could take some. And I don't. Ooh, I love a two-parter. I like this. And I don't give it. I say where I stand, and if you can't stand it, f you. Man, bro, so aggressive, so hostile towards the person disagreeing. I'm not gentle. I'm king. Now be word amongst yourselves. Oh my gosh, I'm doing it right now because right now I think I'm kind of like b wording. And I'm doing it like amongst ourselves. If I lost everything again, tonight was worth it. I can die after this. Bro, how anti-Semitic and like off the deep end you gotta be? How much you gotta love P. Diddy, bro? To like, you're telling me saying these things was that important to you? See, I feel like he didn't even say that much. Like reading them back, I'm like, oh, I thought he tweeted way more than this. But I'm like, bro, this being worth it, like this was really stuff that had to be on his heart. I tore for the money. I'd rather be playing Last of Us Part 1 and 2, which was made by Jewish people. Good job, thank you. Last of Us Part 1 and 2. I never really got into Last of Us. It's just that kind of game. And also they made me be like Joel and then like Ellie. Here's my thing. I like games where I can create my own character and be like, it's me. So then just making me be a white guy, I couldn't get into it. I turned down 3 photos this week with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs. I'm not gonna lie, I think that may have been good, like for the kids. Like to be real, like imagine like they had. I don't think you want to put wheelchair kids around Kanye. The thing, I would genuinely be scared to be in Kanye's presence, like because I know like he's like a talker, but like man, just like someone who's thinking these things, it cannot be stable in there. Okay, I don't take photos except for when I take photos. Technically true. Okay, got a point there. I just tweeted everything I could think of, and I'm still alive. Did he expect something to happen? Like that's what I mean. Like, what does he think is going on? Never meet your heroes. I feel like that's a good take. I mean, especially given well, he was a lot of people's heroes. He's giving us like an example of why that's a thing. Okay, I pay n words and b words to laugh at my jokes. It's kind of a flex to be able to like put people on payroll like that and it be like worth your time. The only thing worse than effing for money, effing for free. Yeah, I would love to get paid for my performances. I would love it. And see, now a lot of people didn't like this one. Virgil. I feel like it's sad. I feel like it's definitely sad. I don't know where I feel like I was gonna say but like I don't have a butt. Like this, it's very sad. Like bro's not even alive to defend himself, and you're saying that? It's crazy work. Okay, this N-word that worked for me said he was uncomfortable with my wife's Grammy look, fired and blocked. It's more people looking for work than there are people giving work. That is true. That's very true. But also, if you work for Kanye, why would you say something like that to him? Like, do you think he has moments where he is just receptive to things? Because like, what's making these people like comfortable enough to feel like, oh, like I work for him. Like, if I tell him this thing, like I'm gonna be completely fine. Like, no, you're not. Like, he's gonna fire you. I paid 1.5 million for my Grammy ads this year. Let's see if Fox gives that money back. You're gonna give back that money for my opinions and stand on it. Oh my gosh, dude, this dude has over $1 billion. I just read. I'm like, bro, this is 1.5. It doesn't even feel like anything to him. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to say this out loud, but yeah, he said this, and yeah, definitely a miss, definitely an L take. Let's see if y'all give that money back. He says this, not good. I don't like that one. I say whatever the f I want, p words. Clearly, I mean, yeah, clearly, I guess. No rich N-word is truly funny. Being funny is for broke N-words who want to distract you from the fact that they broke and trying to get B words to F for free. I know a few women who like reposted this and they're like, it's true. And I was like, what? Bruh. Like, I don't think I can ever make a joke again. I refuse. I don't want to be lumped in with like broke people. I don't need or want celebrity support. Every celebrity is broke. What? Oh, he's a billionaire. That's what he means. Okay. Talking to you can't do stuff but lose me money. Bro, I'm so tired of him not knowing how to spell lose, bro. Bro, get that man in a school. I don't give a F how many people you killed or if you went to jail. Going to jail is a very achievable goal. N-word sold all those drugs and still got to rap for a living. I think there's a point here. Going to jail is a very achievable goal. And I think this is a very funny sentence, and I like this. I like this right here. I approve of it. But also, it's like sold all those drugs but gotta rap for a living. I feel like some rappers rap because they like rapping, for the love of the game. All right, next tweet. This one was censored. This from the N-word with the pink polo to all you F-slur, A-word, rap N-words. Oh my gosh. That ever come out of your mouth sideways. I'm the Don. Yay over everything and everyone. Go to your day job and talk about me. But always remember, you're broke and you have a boss and you have to suck your boss's meat for a living. P-word. See, I'm not gonna lie, okay? If he wasn't saying such crazy things, but minus the F slur, like this would kind of go crazy. Because when people are like just like talking stuff on the internet, like about celebrities, about celebrities who haven't done anything wrong, it's like, bro, you're like, clock in. Like, you got to go back from your lunch break, okay? Like, it very much like irritates me when I see people like spending so much of their time like just like pure hating for no reason. But it's like right now, it's like he's kind of providing proper reasons, so I can't co-sign this tweet entirely. I know N-word's thinking he talking all that stuff on the internet, but he won't say it to my face. Why the F would I ever let you talk to me? You broke, dumb, A-word, R-slurs. I think that's a good one. Like, in just, if you like let shrink that down to just this, minus the R-slur, like, again, like when people are like, oh, like, say it to my face, why would I ever let you talk to me? I think that's a very good comeback. I like that one. He says this right here, which looks pretty offensive. All white people are racist, which honestly I don't agree with that take. To say all white people are racist, right? You have to mean something by that, okay? And it's like, you can't say that all white people hate black people like actively, like on purpose, because they absolutely don't. If you're trying to tell me just like there's so much just internalized, like, we grow up in these racist systems and it makes everyone racist, then it's like at that point you have to say everyone's racist. You know what I mean? Like, including black people, which to a sense is true. Again, like there have been like black people who come out and say like, oh, like if I'm walking down the street and I see like some like guy with dreadlocks, I'm crossing the street. Like, that's like a racist, that's internalized racism. It's like when you go on a limb and you just say something like all white people are racist or like all men are misogynistic, it's like you're not really talking about what it actually is. And yes, internalized racism and externalized racism are like two very different things. It's like you saying that is just simply, it's not productive. It's not a productive thing to say. All right, next tweet. This one was not really shown. He's saying a certain group of people actually hate white people and use black people. My thing with that is, again, like, what is his evidence? Like, what is he talking about? Next one is newsflash: white people and Jewish people are different. You can get money with Jewish people, but they always gonna steal and invite you over to their house on Friday. White people do not F with N-words. They leave that to the Jews. If you think you getting money with a white person, it's not true. That so-called white person is actually Jewish. Jews hate whites because of Germans from World War II. Like, he's really trying to make a point, but he's not like proving anything. Like, I'm like, Kanye, it's like you're saying this, but like where are you getting it from? He said Elon stole his swag at the inauguration. Yo, my guy, get your own. Is this something problematic? I don't know what this means. Like, third, and in this word, I have no idea what that means whatsoever. I don't want to risk saying something crazy. But yeah, did Elon steal his swag? Maybe a little bit. Who am I to say? Because maybe Elon was on it first. He just didn't tell anybody. Okay. Anyways, I love when Jewish. I thought Elon was Jewish, so I was so confused when. But anyways, I love when Jewish people come to me and say they can't work with me anymore. It's my fave, man. But really, then I know, like, again, there's more people looking for work than people giving out work. But it's like, bro, you're losing workers. You're losing employees. Like, come on now. Like, do you really want to burn all these bridges? Anyways, 2.7 billion and counting. That's a lot of money. One thing about being God on earth is you constantly have to forgive every human. Here's the thing. What are we talking about? He does not seem to be very forgiving of a certain group of people. I will say nothing bad or against China. They always showed me love when Americans turned their back on me because of red hat or a t-shirt. I get money with China. I love China. God had my mom bring me there when I was 10 for a reason. Yeah, shout out China. I don't have anything bad to say about China. I hope that's not politically wrong to say. I change my mind when I feel like it. Okay, I feel like everyone does that. If you see anyone around me, know that they're providing a service. Friends are for kids. Man, that's so sad. Such a sad viewpoint. You know what I mean? But I see the vibe. You know what I mean? I'm a user. I only have people around me that are useful. If you can't be used, then you're useless. Don't know if there's much to say there, but like, you feel me? You know what I mean? I hate rappers. Isn't he technically a rapper? I hate the ways rappers dress. I wonder who he's referring to. I hope he's not referring to the underground guys, because like I feel like they be putting it on. Grown men in dumb fur hats. What is wrong with you? Not gonna lie, you know the picture of Kanye in the fur hat. Like he's definitely worn a fur hat before. Maybe he's saying like now, like it's like too late. Like he was like, oh, like I was on that wave early. Now you guys got to get off it. The more dripping N-word put on, the broker they look. You know that breaks my heart, because I like to think that I put on a lot of drip from time to time. Like how am I supposed to feel comfortable putting on my fits? Like it makes me sad. Okay, I love Ty Dolla Sign, but Ty Dolla, I can't believe Ty Dolla. I can't. If you imagine saying in like 2010, like, oh yeah, Kanye and Ty Dolla Sign, they're like so tight. When I was canceled, no N word showed up for me other than Ty. Every single. That's why. That's crazy though. That's crazy. Do you guys think like? You think Ty's like really on it, or do you think Ty's like using them? Okay, every single other N word waited for it to be safe. N-words waited for me to be in good standing with the Jews, then they came around. That N-word better than everybody anyway. Better than everybody is crazy. Anybody ramped up either. I'm calm as ice. This is how I really feel, how I really felt, and how I will always feel. What? That's crazy. F all that. What? F all of your FA words, unfair business deals. Any Jewish person that does business with me needs to know I don't like or trust any Jewish person. This is completely sober with no Hennessy. Oh no. Like, what are we saying, bro? Like, it's crazy. Like, just imagining, like, waking up and, like, hating somebody. I can say, oh my gosh. See, he's saying it so much it sounds like a slur. He's saying he can say these words as much as they want. And he does say it when he wants. I mean, clearly. When people make all that money with a coin, is that cash or concept? I don't know what he's trying to ask us here. I genuinely don't. I'm cold when I feel an ounce. I think he definitely meant to say ounce. When I feel an ounce of feelings, I stand still and hold my eyes open like a psychopath till that feeling of feeling anything goes away. I have no heartstrings. People pull at your heartstrings to control. People use your feelings against you. This kind of gives like high schooler, like, oh man, I'm so crazy. I'm emotionless. Like you can't do this. I remember when the line was to tell women, like when you like had like feelings for them, be like, man, like no one usually gets me like this. Like I don't have emotions for real. That's how it comes across. I'm hands down better at music than anyone ever. I'm gonna get there with clothing and then with homes and cities, and I'm gonna talk my stuff the entire time. I feel like there's definitely an argument for him being better than anybody when it comes to music, like all time, like not like currently. But yeah, no, I'll give it to him. But bro, if he gets there with clothing and then houses too, it's gonna be a very dangerous society. Okay, isn't he like building like a town with or something like with house? Bro, what? He's just doing a bunch of stuff. Anyways, no comments reviewed while I've been tweeting. I am adjusting nothing I do. Okay, first of all, do you believe this? I feel like he definitely saw comments, even if he didn't want to. I am adjusting nothing I do or say for anybody who has enough time on their hands to sit and talk about what the F I write, positive or negative. Your opinions don't mean anything to me. I don't give a F what anyone likes. Everything I do or make is self-serving. I make everything for myself. If you don't like it, I don't give a F. If you do like it, I don't give a F. I got in the shower and thought of like 6 tweets. Let me see what I can remember. What do you guys think his shower looks like? I feel like he has a nice shower. I'm sorry, that was the first thing that came to my head. I'm going to normalize talking about. Okay, I want to say something about this tweet. This tweet specifically. Okay, he's talking about normalizing talking about that German dictator. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. This is low key what made me make this video. We're gonna like trash Kanye for this, right? And you know, rightfully so. He's saying horrible things. Like we're completely gonna trash this man. However, there are men who like have like taken lives, right? They get on the track. They're like, I've taken lives. And I'll take more. You know what I mean? And that's not a problem. People were saying, now look, I'm glad Young Thug is free. I love his music. But people were saying, free Young Thug. When he allegedly, now he got off, he was accused of doing some horrible things. So it's like, what I don't understand is, how is Kanye saying what he's saying worse than like actually taking somebody's life? You know what I mean? And that's not saying that both things aren't bad, but it's like, why do we treat one thing like it's bad and one thing like it's not bad? It doesn't make sense. Bro, when I tell you, I thought I would have so much more time to do this video. I started this video at like 9 a.m. It's 1:43. Like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Anyways, he said he was so fresh. He said, call me Yadolf Hitler. And your B word still wants to F. You know, I sent this to my girl. I was like, do you want to sleep with Kanye? And she said no. Okay, so I just don't think this is true. I don't know what he is talking about here. Okay, here's some stuff I peeped. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, what? What are we like, is he trying to say that like Jordan is like on that team with him? No way you still retweeting. No way you still looking up at my tweets. Brent, man, what? What happened to bro, man? Has anyone ever wanted to get it all off their chest? Everything you felt, everything they told you not to say, think, or feel, then broke N-words in the comments, turn into doctors, and give their dumb Twitter diagnosis? Here's the thing. If he's genuinely feeling these things that he's feeling, I bet this is liberating for him. You know, I bet it is a good moment for him. However, it's just the things that he's saying are so wild. And I feel like he's saying it as if, like, we all know, you know what I mean? Like, as if it's something that, like, we know, but, like, we're not saying. I don't think that's the case. Anyone who's called my wife's Grammy look a stunt is dumb and lame. Yes, you. She been dressing. She been dressing naked for 2 years now. All of a sudden, it's a stunt. Every single B word on this planet wish they had her bravery, body, platform, and access to money and a husband that supported their personal expression. There are a lot of things that had to converge for that moment to happen. Once he's saying it like it's like a Thanos snap moment. Here's the thing, okay? I buy into this. I low key buy into this. No, there's something wrong. I feel like there's something wrong, but I'm low key buying into this tweet. Like, not like a little bit. When just like this, like everyone wished they had, like, you know, bravery, body, platform, access to money, and husband that supported. Like, some of those things sound like, now mind you, obviously, like there's kind of misogynistic tones here, like calling women B words. But you know what I mean? It's like, you know, bravery. It was a brave move, you know, body. Yeah, if people deem that she has a nice body. But, you know, there are probably people with nicer bodies who don't wish they had her body. But then, you know, platform. People love platforms. But some people don't care for platforms. Okay, so maybe this tweet isn't a W. Okay, I had to dissect it. Thank God. If I get taken off streaming services, it's only going to make me richer. Any and every control tactic you have at this point only makes me richer. I'm not gonna lie, that would be true. Because people are not going to stop listening to Kanye, bro. Oh, when he started beefing with this, I'm sorry, this dude, getting on my nerves, bro. Like who does he think he is? Like, again, I don't condone what Kanye's saying, but why are we sitting here arguing with him? We're wasting both of our times, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I guess fun is fun. Yeah, he called him a broke slave. Keep my keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. People don't know how to insult people. I'm telling you right now, if Kanye said something to me, I would know exactly what to say. Like, when I tell you I would literally cook, like, it would be an issue. Like, if I was in this situation, bro, and I said, where, like, you know, say Kanye insults me and I have a comeback, my comeback might get me, like, taken out the game. You know what I mean? Yay, woohoo, gay N-word voice. Got top trending and a couple under to go Lakers. Not sure why I said that. Just sounded like some stupid stuff to say. Because I'm, um, do I call that the W slur? He's posting this dude, Jasper. This bro, this broke Edward gets it. What's up, you broke N-word? Even though you broke, you see the vision. I almost give you credit for being broke and seeing this, but just like every broke N-word I used to know, you can't get credit. Okay, that's kind of, you can't get credit. It's kind of funny. How did Kanye become a billionaire so fast? Like, what did he do? Like, I know, like, he has all his, like, companies, but I'm like, bro, I feel like there had to be more than that. I used to be broke, now I can't relate to brokenness and don't want to. I think that's valid. I think it's valid to not want to relate to brokenness. I'm happily out of touch. Vibes. Yay, who's your top 5 baddest B words of all time? My wife, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife. My wife demoralizes B words. I like this line of my wife demoralizes B words. See, again, like, these are horrible tweets, but it's like every once in a while he says something in there where it's like, okay. Replied to Jasper again. All rappers want my spot. I will never not know that every rapper living want to be me. Every rapper living wish they were yay. Here's the thing. Being a billionaire, probably. I feel like this is probably accurate. This is when he said, "Oh my gosh, yeah, nah." You know, he said something. I'm not gonna play the clip, but he said something crazy here. No way. That's one of his strongest memory moments in his words. Has to go in the movie. I'm sorry, but the Kanye movie is gonna be insane when it comes out. Kanye West is on the naughty list. This guy gets it. It's simply F everybody. That's all I'm saying. F everybody. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess I see the vibe with that. Like, hating, not hating, but, like, you know, just F everybody. Like, we all have those moments of, like, pure paranoia. He's replying to this post saying, "Come extort me, B word. Come close my bank accounts again." Does he have his money in a safe place? Like, if they close his bank accounts, that he'd still have access to the billions. You should have physically. Oh my gosh, kill me when you have the chance. I am God, Jesus. Yay. Oh my goodness. Like, again, I wish we could know, like, what he feels like is going on right now. This isn't, bruh, replying to himself. He said, I want this to get old. Him loving you know who is wow. Him loving you know who is old news. But used to be woke. You know, it's crazy how the term woke has developed. Like, remember when woke was like a relatively respected term, but then it became like a very like horrible thing. Yo, bro, this dude Jasper darn near got a career out of this. Yo, real talk, I gotta give this broke and word Jasper his credit. I also would have peeped the rapper misspelling. That was a win for the haters. Been fun sparring. Hope I remember that tweet now. Hopefully they'll have your dumb A-word comments at the top again the next time I beat myself on Twitter. Wait, shut the F up. God has spoken. God is going to bed. Everyone turn their Wi-Fi off. There's nothing to see here. Good night. Bro, he really feels like he's like the most important person ever. And I kind of like, I don't respect it, but like I respect I don't like agree, but like I respect the fact that he feels that way. Obviously, I don't respect the outcome of it, but you know the feeling. And this was him saying his favorite tweet was about the large women, which you know if that's his favorite tweet. That's his favorite tweet. I channeled Andrew Tate on a few of these tweets. Man, no way he's a tater. Crazy. Wow. Puff got me too'd. So did I. Free Puff. Did Puff get me too'd because of the fighting or because of the money? I'd never seen a broke N-word get me too'd. Does he know like the nature of the Me Too movement? And also, what is getting me too'd? Is it just like getting like an allegation? Because I feel like there are plenty of broke people who have gotten allegations. Me Too is extortion. If an N-word really taped you, then it's legal, not financial. Can't nobody see that? Man, like what is it? Me Too is a woke agenda. You B words were not, oh my gosh, were not assaulted. Pardon me. Let me put this in yay all caps. You, me, two B words did not get, oh my gosh. You extorted. Oh yeah, so basically he's saying that like Me Too is like an extortion thing. I simply don't agree, okay? I think this is cap. I think this is an L take, okay? Oh yeah, N word means men, B words mean B words. Yeah, some misogyny from yay. You hate to see it. And then them showing him in the fur hat. You right. Look at this dumb. Oh my gosh, I got so many rappers' costumes. Maybe I'll find the real me after all these tweets. Bruh, I wish we could like hear him like say these things. Oh, is that Virgil? Or am I tripping? Stole my position in culture strategically. Bruh, how man, bro, like that was really his friend and he's talking crazy. I love Trav, Virgil, and Drake. Drake the realest one out of those three though. Bro, he has such a weird, interesting relationship with Drake. He not fake cool, he's just talented. And yes, it's F Virgil and any of these other N-words that worked for me then used it, then went against me. I love Virgil and he used that very love to beat Nigerians are smart. Again, it's like very clear that like he thinks something happened to them. This is something I never realized until after the Jewish fallout is crazy terminology. As a black man, I never knew or recognized that there was a difference between Jewish people and white people. I was hanging out with a racist white dude, as always, and he told me Jews are not white, they're Jewish. That's what I mean by like when people are like, oh, like, you know, like Jewish people, like when they put them in the white category, I'm like, ask like a racist, like someone who's like truly, truly racist, how they feel about Jewish people. And it's never, man, I get so like the opposite of excited, like when I see these. He said, the 5 Jewish people that work for me did not quit after last night. I got 3 words. Ching, ching, ching. Which I think he's talking about receiving money. Bro, that is, it's horrible. It's horrible. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, he made a White Lives Matter shirt and he said, thank you for the free promotion. B words. Suck my N-word meat. I know your wives want to. Everybody's wife wants to F yay. Always remember that P word. What you gonna do? Close my account, try to extort me? You N-words funny to me at this point. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, bro, he's saying unspeakable things. He's calling slurs. I love that JPEG got his own opinions. I love JPEG. N-words don't gotta dress alike. People have different opinions about everything. I'm sorry. I'm a big JPEG Mafia fan. I'm glad to see that he likes JPEG. This can't be the same guy that wrote Husband. Y'all ain't even like that song. N-words fronted on Vultures too. And you're right, I'm not the same guy. I'm God. I'm God. Yeah, he's reminding us. Now, this is very interesting. Like, literally got offered like $2 million to scam people. But again, he's a billion, bro. Like, $2 million is not enough to offer somebody. But I guess not. I'm tripping, bro. I feel like even if you're a billionaire, you're taking $2 million. But he didn't take this, which I guess that's a good move. But I hate when people fall for these things, though. It's like, as I wasn't showing you guys the last few. This him replying to JPEG. Y'all even like that song. I'm God. And this is again, like he was offered to scam and he said no. It's kind of crazy. I got to give Elon his flowers for allowing my effery. It's a whole new world. I got to say Elon's a real N-word for this. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm surprised Elon is letting this slide. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, why would you be surprised? It's him. But like I'm just genuinely surprised that like anybody would like just optically like letting this slide. Retro tweet, don't call me for anything textable. He already tweeted that. Okay, that's my problem. Fat B words are Fat B words are sex offenders. I see them and I'm sexually offended. When I tell you, calling somebody a sex offender and saying you're sexually offended when you see them, that that's hilarious. Unfortunately, this is body shaming, which again we can't get with. But like, wow, that was it's like I'm so mad I didn't come up with this joke first and use it in a more wholesome way. But yeah, it's a thing. Making lingerie for fat B words is like giving knives to little kids. They gonna hurt somebody. If you find yourself in a fat B word, just remember it's because you're broke. Oh, bro, if I was a fat woman reading these tweets, bro, I would literally cry. Like this is very harsh towards fat women. But yeah, this is him talking about his kids. Someone said he shouldn't see his kids, and he called them the F slur. And then him saying like, oh yeah, I can use the F slur. You know, I work with gay people. If they have a problem with it, they're an F slur. I got to 2 billion without a coin. Remember that, man. Like yeah, I guess we gotta remember the Jews wrote Martin Luther King's speech. I feel like that's not true. This is about more slur usage. This is saying he's like, oh, I love gay people, but like y'all not gonna take the word from me. And it's like, oh, come on, man. Oh yeah, he's saying he brought like these slurs back, and it's like, nah, bro, people were saying them. I was trying to think of a Travis tweet, but then I just didn't care. Now back to these woke fat B words. Plastic surgery gives people a second chance at life. Now it's very funny. It's very funny that he could that he didn't care about Travis. Now, this one also made me sad. Nobody liked Vultures 2 because you used AI on it. Stop being lazy and actually record. FUB word, I liked it a little. Only a little. See, it makes me feel worse that he doesn't even believe in what he's doing. I would imagine everybody on the planet Earth wishes what they could do what I've done in the past 12 hours. See, I feel like the concept of like saying like things, like crazy things and them not affecting you, maybe, but like exactly what he did, I'm not sure, okay? All the best to my friend Gasha. Let's hang in Russia again this summer, to Valentine and Oleg too. Love all of you. Man, bro, this dude got like friends. You can never be an older honky's boy. You can only be his boy. Soak that one in. I don't want to soak that one in, Kanye. Oh, I also brought the word honky back. You're welcome. I guess, bro. I feel like we're not gonna say it. George Farmer, I did not sleep with your wife. Russ Easy, Jared Kushner on the other hand, bro. You know his wife is Ivanka Trump. If Kanye slept with Ivanka Trump, that would be ridiculous. Okay, this is him calling Tyler the Creator gay, I believe. Why do comrades and colleagues in competition all start with the same letters? Bro, he's just talking at this point. Bro, they're really giving him access to these people, man. Like, it's crazy. Only rappers who's never crossed me in any way. Thug, Cardi, Quavo, Rocky, Nast, Eminem. I think it's just the nature of the sport of rap. Everyone want to be number one. It's hard to deal with the fact that that's me, and there's only one Ye, God on earth. Now, you know what's great? The fact that they, like, quote unquote, never crossed him. What's funny is he doesn't put Ty Dolla $ign here when he was just glazing him earlier. But I feel like this is, like, a horrible list to be on. Like, I feel like if I was on this list, I'd have to come out and be like, hey, man, like, I don't know. Every rapper Ye until Ye shows up. I'm trying to think what he's getting at here. Oh yeah, he's saying he's better than everyone here, and he also said everyone else is controlled by Jewish people, and he used the F slur, which is what got it restricted. He said it's only ever interesting when they're like copying his style, and I'm like, man, is that man, bro? He just the music bug is not it's not biting him anymore. It makes me sad. I don't need or want the support of no broke slave musicians. You are all slaves. Y'all slaves to Nike when you there. You're slaves to your label. You're slaves to the N words extorting you. You're slaves to your management. You're slave to your B word. You a slave to, bro. You a slave to drip, bro. Dude. That's gotta be like someone gotta find a way to make this an Instagram caption, like a slave to drip. You a slave to your own perception. You lie on songs and don't think of anything of value. You're R-slurted and dumb. Is there a point there, you know what I mean, to say about like the state of rap? Maybe, right? Maybe, but also him implying that he's like not like included. I don't know. He might be included. I'd rather be a colonizer than be colonized. Soak that one in. I don't want to soak that one in. See, and the thing is, he'll have these random tweets. Now, mind you, just so you know, I'm very obviously rushing right now because again, I didn't think this video would take this long, but like he's telling like these personal stories, bro, and it's like, man, like he really just want to get this off his heart. It's like this dude like playing bully for Travis without him knowing, and then like scam merch or something. What? I say Robert Lee. Nah, sorry. Now I gotta get into this. And oh yeah, he's mad that like Travis is unfollowing this guy. Whoa, look at this. You are in the same universe as Trap, bro. Come on, bro. Remember who you're talking. See, this is what I mean. Like, why are we in his comments like this? Here comes the threat from unknown numbers. See, now I wonder why he's getting threatened, to be real. Like, he's absolutely saying crazy, like, condemnable things, but, like, I wonder, like, who's threatening. I wonder who's like, hey, man, like, I need to threaten him over this. On another note, any B word can get mad at you and claim you assaulted her, then you're publicly guilty for the rest of your life or until they take you down in a helicopter in Calabasas. Wow. That was absolutely a Kobe reference, right? Like, man, it's kind of insane. My sales doubled since last night. They probably did. The world must be racist like me. Who broke Kanye? My name is Ye. We've been over that. He said he was going to start calling women the F slur so they know he's not homophobic. And I'm like, I don't know if that's how that works. Imagine someone tell you can't something and you listen to them. This person now has control over your life and they didn't even pay for it. They controlled your words with their words. You are now a free prostitute. Not gonna lie, I feel like he may have cooked with this. Now, obviously, he's going too far because he's saying like insane things. But I feel like someone telling you that you can't do something and then you not doing it, they do low-key have control over you. I think he may have cooked with that. I think this may be like the only like full tweet where like he cooked. Some people I love, some people I got love for. I don't hate anyone. I just don't care about them enough to hate them. I don't know, bro. It sounds pretty hateful. Yes, sir. Who's this Scott guy? Who is this Scott guy? Yay hints that he may have slept. No way, bro. If he slept with Ivanka Trump, that's crazy to me. Recipes. Called him corny and broke. Yeezy does not hire fat or ugly people. What is this? What is that? It's type 2 diabetes medication. Is that like Ozempic? Is like an Ozempic substitute? Oh, yo, thank you for calling me Yay. This warms my heart, and thank you for being concerned about my personal well-being. Or wait, is this some setup? Are they gonna? Oh no. Oh, nah, not. By the way, this isn't me buying into it. I'm like, now I see what he's getting at. But not gonna lie, if he did pass after this, that would be insane. He's laughing. I'm still here, or is it my clone? Clones don't know how to misspell. Is he really like? Yeah. Now imagine he was a clone and his like clone was like malfunctioning, bro. Yeah. Now he's just. That's it. Why would they do this? Why would they do that? Why did they make her the face of it? That's so fat and ugly, and they made her that's horrible, bro. People are horrible. Yeah, it's going so hard that we aren't allowed to retweet them. I'm racist, but this wasn't racist. Yeah, now that I feel like it's definitely racist, not gonna lie. This is Yay, I'm just texting for my own health. I don't know who you are or care to. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, bro. This whole situation's insane. It's like at first I was reading them and I'm just like tee hee ha ha. I have my little comments, but it's like the more and more I read, I'm like, bro, this is absolutely crazy. So funny how N-words rapping about no, that's exactly what I was saying, bro. Like them rapping about taking lives, like nobody cares. You know who hates black people the most? Black people. You know who kills the most black people? Black people. That I think there's something to be said here. There's something to be said here, but I don't care enough to expound on the point. Here he's talking about people freezing his accounts. He's calling out people by name. That's an ultimate compliment, you know. Bro, did he just insult like the person claiming they have autism when he recently had claimed he had autism? I like Lucian. See, that's the thing about them. They are hands down likable. I have to tell myself I don't like Jewish people to remember they will steal from me, and when they don't get their way, they will try to extort me. People use emotional attachments to rob you. I love to give. I just don't love people taking without me knowing it. I love to give, but I don't like people taking without me knowing it. That's a good line, okay? But obviously the anti-Semitic stuff we hate. Oh man, It's just getting bad. He's saying he tweeted everything he felt. Pardon me. I mean, F everybody. Keep broke opinions to a minimum, like your bank account, bro. Why is he coming for us, bro? I'm not gonna lie. If you were a billionaire, would you like talk to people like this? Obviously, outside of like the the very problematic things, like would you just like start calling everybody broke? I could see the vision of that. I'm not gonna do all this work to say what the F I want and not say what the F I want. Again, it's like in the concept of him saying things like this is like, oh, did he cook? Kind of. But then it's like you look at what he's saying and it's like, no. When Vice President Kamala Harris, vice president who didn't want to F the Vice President Kamala, it's like she had a hit record out. But now that she's out of office, no one wants to F anymore. It's like she got dropped from her label. Not gonna lie, I feel like those people would. Okay, part of it I feel like was like smashing the, for the vibes of like, oh man, like that's like the president, you know what I mean? Or like that's like the vice president, off the novelty of it. So I guess I see his point, but like yeah, I feel like some people who wanted to smash would still smash. Me and Rich from Fashion Nova, yeah, he's talking. What? He's always given advice and tried to. He cares about me and wanted to see how I was doing. As two alpha maverick egomaniacs, no, it's all we never business. What? This man changed the game of fashion as we know it while ripping Yeezy off. Oh yeah, and I watched this video earlier. He says shalom, bro. Like, see, is this not? Would you not be scared to like be around him, bro? Oh my gosh, bro. Like on a bad day. That's what I'm saying. F celebrities, they sell their fans out for money. They don't stand for anything. If you stand for something, stand up. If not, then shut up. While real N-words is talking. I F with Charleston White. I'm not doing a coin. I make products. I only do things I am passionate and knowledgeable about. I'm too rich to do anything else. Coins prey on the fans with hype, just like hyped up sneaker culture. Where's the? I don't know what that means. Where's it now? But hey, see, it's like he's mixing in these solid statements between all the crazy. Another fire pick. I love me. Good. He loves himself at the very least. Definitely don't want to click that link. I also turned down a fake coin tweet. I hate celebrities. I hate anybody famous. Wow. Wait, who's? Nah, I don't even care. I like Nick doesn't give a F enough to drop the word N-word that many times. It's like DiCaprio on Django, but in real life. Okay, Nick says N-word, DiCaprio says N-word. Tarantino writes the word N-word and gets DiCaprio to say N-word on set for multiple takes in front of Jamie Foxx and Kerry Washington. Man, it's just a flow of consciousness. Man, this dude really said the N-word. What a guy. Time to start Donda Sports again. Time to start the school I started during COVID again. Bro, remember when the stuff came out about that school, like how they weren't like feeding them real food and they weren't like actually learning things? We need real teachers with real heart and real information. I'm using money to start schools now. His next tweet was, they took Michael Jordan's dad on Father's Day. They took my mom after graduation. Some random number texted my wife saying they knew where my daughter lived. So for my last 24 hours of expressing my truth, people are threatening to take my children to silence me. Look at Bill Cosby's son. I don't know what happened to Bill Cosby's son. That's why none of these comedians' jokes is funny about this situation no more. I don't play with these oh my gosh, like Dave Chappelle. N-word make jokes about me. N-word make jokes about my wife. N-word make jokes about the trans community. N-word thinks he's so smart. N-word think it's a joke after I brought him Sunday service to heal hearts in his hometown after tragedies. N-words, sorry, I'm so sorry. N-word put together the words. I don't think I can say this on here. It's too much of a hot button issue. But he brought together two words and it sounded cool while people really lost their homes and lives. N-word said on SNL he never wanted a sneaker deal when this N-word actually asked me for a sneaker deal, which of course I turned down. Nobody wearing no Air Daves. Bro, why Dave Chappelle? Yeah, I love Dave Chappelle. I think he's so funny. Obviously, people say he's transphobic, and of course I don't approve of that, but I think he's a funny comedian. And he said, why do I target Dave Chappelle? Because y'all think he is speaking for black people when really he's the voice of Jewish agendas. Now put this N-word up on stage and let him do his stuff while I name comedians that are way funnier than you and don't have as big of a name. How are you going to call yourself the funniest man on earth in front of Chris Rock, whose name is actually bigger than yours? See, who cares about names being big, bro? I feel like Dave Chappelle is absolutely funnier than Chris Rock, and Chris Rock is a very funny guy. I was listing people he thinks were funnier than Dave Chappelle. Nah, bro. No. Jonah. Bro, saying Jonah Hill's funnier than Dave Chappelle is actually insane. I'm sorry. And I still found a good picture because I love you. But this is not about emotion. This is a war where you have to get your jokes approved by Jewish people. but don't run your jokes past the king. You banished, you lanky, dry Travis Scott lipped mother effer. Why did Travis Scott catch a stray? Every joke you tell, I'm on your behind. You used to be my hero, Dave. You're one of my inspirations to go to war with Adidas. After you thought I lost the battle, you showed your true colors, your envy, the hate in your blood, because you want to be a rock star, but you just can't get the same P word as me and John Mayer and DeRay. John Mayer. These name drops, bro. Like, this is so personal, bro. Like, say this in a text. You ugly. You been ugly. You was ugly when the Jews took you in. You ugly now and you gonna pass away ugly. Oh man, horrible stuff, man. Everybody thought I lost the Adidas war, but I won because I kept my IP. Smart of him to keep his IP. $2.7 billion of IP, and Adidas was no longer able to exploit my genius and my audience. It was worth every lost billion. Imagine losing billion, bro. I kept my heart, my spirit, and my dignity, and when I lost everything, it was that spirit that brought me back. See, here's the thing. Again, if he wasn't saying crazy stuff, like certain stuff like this would be like, oh, like, yay, like, we would clap it up for him. But again, it's like everything is bad. I have purger when you this rich, creative, and influential, I have to purge. Oh, it's spring cleaning for you. As N-words, I'm starting early. I'm sorry, just crack me up. No alcohol this time around. So he was drinking before. He did cap a little bit. Jared Carmichael is funnier than Dave Chappelle. I miss you, family. I'm sorry if I ever said any gay jokes in front of you, not knowing you was gay. You are one of the most brilliant people. See, bro. Like, bro, he mixes in like these like weird moments of like kindness. Okay, but no, I don't think Jared Carmichael is funnier than Dave Chappelle. Bro, he's just hurt. He's lashing out. I'm the last dragon. Is he a dragon at all? Bro, he tweeted so much. This is exhausting. What, so you get the man who has everything? A Dipset chain spoke to Jim this morning, and he said the people need to hear about the school they shut down, that I'm starting back up. They need to hear about the Donda basketball team we made, that multiple players have now went to the NBA. They need to see. There was that player that went to the Donda school. They need to see my heart. I sent someone to the White House today, to start working towards ensuring Puff's safe return. Bro, if this actually gets Diddy home, I don't know what we'll do as a society. I've been Me Too'd, so it's Puff and Me Too. Don't matter how much money you make, they will come to take everything from you when they feel like. So since I lost everything and got everything back, I'm not afraid of anything. Again, he's really like downplaying this. Really downplaying this whole Diddy situation. They are making an example out of Puff and for abuse victims, female and male, that want Puff to rot in jail. Puff is not the person that violated you. For you, Puff represents the person that violated you, while the person that actually violated you is walking around free. See, that's a very real thing people do. Like basically, and I don't know if it's technically empathy or not, but like basically, like sometimes when people like see themselves like or see like something happen, like say maybe like I dated someone like who used to hit me, right? And then I hear another story about someone like getting hit by like their partner. I want that person to get like maximum punishment because it reminds me of the person who hit me. People do that with all sorts of things, big or small, and sometimes it can be frustrating. So like that's why I personally, I hate to compare myself in this situation, but I feel like that's why I get so much hate online. Is when I tell stories about like, being a manipulator and whatnot, like I remind people of like people that manipulated them. So then they hate on me and it sucks. Okay. However, again, he's very massively downplaying like the Diddy stuff. Women verbally abuse men all the time, but we never bring up that part. Again, what sucks is he'll say things like this in a rant like this. So it's like we can't be like, oh, look what Kanye said, because it's just it won't hold any weight. Very few domestic cases are one-sided, but the man always gets the blame. F all the double standards. I mean, again, if you're so much stronger than a woman and you like punch her in the face, I feel like that's a warranted double standard. Unless you legitimately think this woman could like take your life, I don't think you should put your hands on her. Unless you're like just like creating space. You know what I mean? Like, when you like, because I've been in a situation where I'm getting hit on before, and like I've like gone like this. You know what I mean? Just small little space creation. This is what I'm saying. People go back to their abusers all the time, and he's like, yeah, I went back to Jewish people after. Oh my gosh, bro, this man he's doing it. And then he said Jewish people want to take credit for things that they didn't like create or invent or something. Shout out to my white N-words on the subject of being taken. Wait, I got a message? What? Shout out to my white N-words on the subject of being taken from out the blue. One of my white supremacist homies told me his boy had land outside of Orange County that the government seized and he couldn't do anything about it. The most voiceless people on the planet are straight white American males. Trump is their voice. He speaks for who is, and his people rallied and won. The way this man has like just completely gone to the opposite side of the aisle is insane. Bro, this man in this tweet, he blamed Jewish people for like starting racism. And he's like, oh, like they're training like black people to like hate white people. And it's like, what, bro? The problem is he's hanging around white supremacists, okay? So they're feeding into the foolishness. The oppressors hide in plain sight. They teach us about the pilgrims, but never say why they had to be pilgrims. They got kicked out of England. Now walk with me. What? And the pilgrims got the same hats. They the same people. Bro, what? He said you have to do, in this one, he said you have to do it like the pharaohs, make them work for you, and like sometimes you have to whip them. He's talking about Jewish people. I sincerely love my Jewish friends. Don Charby took me in after the DEFCON tweet. Ironically, there are Jewish people who have cared for me, and God used them to protect me in my lowest moments. There are Jews who have not chosen to be at war. There are Jewish people that hate Zionists, which is true, by the way. There are Jewish that hate each other, and there are innocent Jewish people that have been... What? Their lives have been taken in California because of the war. What? I don't hate them. I'm calling on accountability. I'm calling them to admit the stones they have thrown while hiding their hands. What? Like, what are we talking about? Is he really sitting here, like, acting like all of them, like, collectively, like, just like everybody in the world, like, they've, like, banded in arms and decided to do, like, whatever it is he's claiming that they're doing? I'm taking a moment to recognize all sides. I always speak from my black male experience. This one, he was about, he was saying like Jewish people have like control over everything, which is just a crazy he said like they made a vow to like control everything in silence. The whites, as I said earlier, the whites get blamed for everything. The woke always blame the whites. The person's racist, that person's racist. If a white person runs a business, he don't gotta hire someone if he don't like them for whatever reason. When I use fashion shows, I don't use fat people. I don't like how they look in clothes, and they look even worse out of clothes. Man, I hate photos of me looking overweight too. At least he's keeping it a bean with us. Someone talking about, oh my gosh, dude, so many tweets. Bro, I did not realize there was this many when I was scrolling down. This one, he's like making a joke, kind of. Like, look at this. He's like, oh, like, you know, I'm complaining about Malcolm X, you know, why I fold these country hand-washed denims jeans going $34.99 for a limited time only. Like, bruh, like, it's not that time, bruh. It's like he's so serious and so not serious at the same time. Wait, hold up, where are we at? The white people I used to work for were actually working for other white people or Jewish people. They were middlemen. Nobody really wants to work at that job anyway. Everybody would rather be just rich and never have to show up to work again. I mean, yeah, people would rather be rich. Blacks take stuff out on whites. Whites take stuff out on blacks. The Jewish people hide in plain sight. Bro, like, man, he's so, like, married to this. Straight white males never get the cathartic expression of being the victim. They wife may be a full B-word, or their son might have passed away on fentanyl. They may have lost their jobs because of cutbacks. Straight white males never had a voice till Trump gave them a voice, and now he's in office. Bruh, you can tell he's been hanging around white supremacists. He's talking about the whole 9/11 conspiracy where every race has their own pain and their own story. This is true. Again, an accurate tweet, like just like in the middle of all the nonsense. I hate the term the black vote, never hear the white vote or the Jew vote. Bro, it's just sad. It's, again, he's making it sound like a slur. I hate the term Trump supporter. I never heard the term Biden supporter. What? I've absolutely heard that term before. People text me and say, I hope you're okay. I'm like, you're broke. And any text with you makes me broker. N-words is either helping you to make money or they robbing you, and some N-words doing both. Anyone you see around me works for me. I limit my time around people that don't follow my directions. Imagine having the luxury to do that. A simple rule. I only talk to people who listen. I'm not trying to be the voice of black people. That was Obama's job. I'm getting money and talking stuff on Twitter. I'm expressing what I've went through and things I care about. I don't give a F who agrees with me. Wow. Basically, he's saying like people who like Me Too, like that doesn't count as like actual assault. And like it definitely does, you know? Like this is such like a like teenage boy, like middle schooler, like incel view of assault. This is horrible. Why did I never F Lauren? I can't pronounce his last name. She smelled funny, and half the NBA can attest to that. Bro, imagine, bro, 38,000 likes on someone saying that you smell funny. Oh my gosh. different from some attractive, incompetent B-word wearing tight pants to work. Bruh, I think he's preparing us for him to get like Me Too'd again. Oh my gosh, here he is glazing his own tweets. All these N-words switching sides on Puff act like they never ran out of words. Would they be? You know all that stuff I said earlier about about not like claiming he's an abuser until like an actual allegation comes out. Completely forget that, because like yeah, he kind of just admitted to it. And this one he said they need to get slapped sometimes, as in women. Some B words only like N words who put them in their place. Men are the real abuse victims, bro. This is crazy. This one he's basically hating on women. I think he's trying to justify why he slaps from time to time. I like when 21 Savage calls N-words P-word because N-words is P-word. That's fine. I thought he didn't like rap anymore. I say what the F I want. I have security for you dumb, A, broke, mad N-words. F you, them, broke. Oh my God. Bruh, like what's going on here? Oh, you gonna hide behind your bodyguard? And I'm like, I'm not hiding. I'm visibly standing behind N-words I pay to protect me and my family. Not gonna lie. This is a funny tweet. Again, like he has these gems in here between all the nonsense. Sheesh, I made security earn their paycheck this week. Yesterday, the White Lives Matter tee sold out. N-words were by all this. Louis Vuitton owned by a French N-word, but y'all mad when an N-word sells to a white N-word. I'm not gonna lie, this is a crazy amount of money to make off this many being sold. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of motivating me to like start selling things. Because you're telling me he got, I'm gonna look at this later. Now, mind you, I don't know how much this costs. It probably costs crazy. But you're telling me you got 3,000 people to buy something, and the return was 800. Hold up, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I don't know how. Just seeing it like this really makes it click, bro. I might have to tap into like selling things. This is him saying he hates when people tells him that they're with him whether he's right or wrong. He's like, when was I ever wrong? I forgot to say the R slur. That was R slurred on me. If your Maybach is more than 2 years old, it's no longer a Maybach. Bro, this is just rich guy propaganda. If your Maybach is all chrome, it's a yay back. Right, he's just making all the rules right now. Tell Uli Maybach's not allowed to do V8s no more. If your Maybach not a V12, it's not a Maybach. It's fun. No, it was funny because the tweets before he was like, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna buy a Maybach. He must have went and bought it. I miss Saudi Arabia. MBS is the greatest man I've ever met. Nobody finna play with that man. This is my hero, a god on earth. I don't know who this is. This is him glazing Trump. Thank you to my brother Swizz for connecting me with your close friend, the Saudi Crown Prince What? Oh yeah. Same guy. Don't know this. My kid's school sucks, man. But it's probably like a normal school. Like not even gonna lie. To all broke N-words trying to call me or my friends to tell what to say. You're broke and you have no power, especially no power over me, bro. The fact that he can do this is insane, bro. And I know that's like his whole point, but it's actually crazy. Oh my gosh, Elon Glaze. I love being an N-word and saying the word out loud, worth all the billions in the world. Oh my goodness. What schools are better? German schools are, bro. Like this is just getting so ridiculous, man. It keeps getting worse. Oh, this one he's talking about they're trying to take his kids away because of what he's saying, which, and yeah, he's like, what? He's like, how could you do this? Do Aiden Ross really want to interview? Bro, why is he on this? They're not going to do anything. If they were, they would have done it. I appreciate you, love, though. I'm not going to lie. I feel like that is a point. I feel like if they were going to do something, like if there was like some like plot against them, it definitely would have been done. Okay. Bro, oh, brother, that guy. Why do broke N-words tell me what to do, but I never tell them N-words what to do? Is there something about being broke that makes them feel powerful? It's been 2 hours out of the 8. I took a nap. Now I'm reloaded. Thank you for the love. This is insane. Bro, he's really rocking with Nick Fuentes, bro. Honesty is the strongest form of energy, except when it's time to lie to your girl. That's a little funny. This is him agreeing that Ben Shapiro is gay. Avery touched down in LA and was so disgusted that he went on a 48-hour rant. Haha. Bruh, this is fun. Again, I don't know if I can play it for you, but it's so funny. And like it low-key does like bang. I don't like country, but it low-key like does bang. If you're around people who you don't tell what to do, they'll start trying to tell you what to do. Not gonna lie, I feel like that's low-key real. Tesco, I remember that was him texting Aiden Ross. When I see the Puff Cassie video reposted, it doesn't change the fact that they are trying to make an example out of him like the Grammys did to Drake. Bro, I feel like it's just not the same. Montel Littman, Lucian Grange, Universal Music, and the Vivendi Corporation used to Kendrick to make an example out of Drake. then had the Grammy singing the A minor line. If Drake was taken to trial for claims, they would play that song in courtroom, and everyone who ever danced to Drake would get their popcorn and watch another black idol be thrown in jail. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Thug, Puff. Who's next on the hit list? Who's next? They're gonna make an example out of. I'm not gonna lie, bro. We're talking about people who just committed crimes. What do you mean an example? Like, people are being punished for their actions, and you're like, bro, they're making an example out of them. Okay, see, now this is him saying Ben Shapiro actually isn't gay. Okay, P word just makes you P word. N words tuck they tail for their B word. See, some of these are just random sayings. Numbers will be bought anyways. The numbers are always bought. I see, that is like a theory, and like, I guess it is true. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like any major artist probably has like botted streams, botted sales, stuff like that. Apparently he was trying to play PlayStation during this time. This is him talking about the album sales. Again, all artists apparently buy their first week album sales. I did not know that. Contact has been made. Bro, this text is funny. He said, what's if I call you and you ask me something dumb, I'm hanging up metaphorically. I'm walking out on you like Cardi did. What's up, bro? Hope all's well. Nah, no dumb thing. Hit me. I prefer to be addressed as sir. The fact that he included this in the screenshot for the tweet is crazy. I prefer to be addressed as sir and to be asked to call you. Please give me a call at your earliest convenience, sir. I appreciate your heart, though, sir. I never confirmed anything with Kai, but now he said he canceled on me. Do you think Aiden Ross definitely went for it? Man, I wonder what Aiden Ross is gonna have in the tank. I love the word sir because the employer can refer to the employee as sir, and the employee refers to the boss as sir. Bro, it's such a random thing to like enjoy. Bro, I didn't even see this one. He said Jewish people are arrogant. They think they can speak to anyone they want any kind of way. Oh my goodness, bro. Yes, sir, I refer to you as sir. May I call you in 2 minutes, sir? Of course I want to be. Why does that sound dirty? He said, of course I want to be your favorite Jew, sir. Like, oh, I just found out what Kai did that to from a post. Not fully sure why. I've been wanting to do our stream since 2022, sir. You saying sir 4 times was condescending. I'm blocking you. Nobody finna play with me. How y'all say it? Never again. I'm not gonna lie, bro. His brain right now it's got to be like 12 years old. The Jewish wives are true kings of their households. Jewish wives run over their husband. What does the Torah have to say about that? Jewish wives wear the pants. I don't know anything about like Jewish marriages. There's a sweet Jewish woman named Jill with the best taste that lives in New York, sending love to you from me and my wife. I'm speaking on behalf of my wife since I have dominion over her, which is quite different from the dynamic I've seen in every. What does that even mean? Bro, it's crazy because he has like probably like 30% self-awareness right now, at least, or complete self-awareness, not gonna lie. He's very aware of how things are coming across. I feel like he's telling Jewish husbands to get their Jewish wives. Are these the Maybachs? Bruh, I can't believe, bruh, he was tweeting at the Maybach store. My Jewish friends all text me, he is so right about the marriages. It's I have love for Milo, I can't pronounce that name, and Nick Fuentes, even though they have had their differences. 3 lives. Oh my gosh, this man is. I'm the happiest I've ever felt. I feel alive. I feel the best I felt since my parents got divorced. This man is insane. Reposted Andrew Tate, bro. Like, what is going on with bro? He said Jewish people are like B words. You have to keep your B words in check. Do y'all think I can turn the tide on all this woke, politically correct stuff? People saying what we can or cannot say. We're really just animals holding back our instincts. Why is your instinct to be like this kind of person though? You have to truly be in love to get to the point of risking everything. Bro, this is like so insane. I have not came in over 48 hours. Look at my clarity. P word is a distraction. I'm not gonna lie, do you think that's the problem? Do you think that's why he's tweeting? Do you think that's the only thing that's been like stopping him from doing this all this time, that Bianca was going to work? Bro, she need to get back on it. Sometimes your greatest liability is the woman that you love. The women that you love. If you combine me and Drake, you get Justin LeBoy. Bro, what does Justin LeBoy do? Like that's so impressive to Kanye. Legalize, oh my gosh, legalize prostitution. What? I wonder if you legalize it, if it would get more or less dangerous. Like, I understand decriminalizing it, but like legalizing might be bad for business. They sell P word for a night. Surrogates sell P word for 9 months. Wives sell P words for life. Bro, what an archaic view of not only marriage, but just like women in general. This one, he's calling somebody the F slur. This looks like harassment to me. What is bro doing? Not gonna lie, I feel like that's a normal arm placement. I mean, maybe a little too close to the armpit, but bro, who texted this to him, bro? Like in a time like this, any black person offended by a swastika is programmed to be a slave, bro. Come on now. I'd be on the same wave Charleston White be on. I wonder if Charleston White wants to be associated with Kanye in a time like this. Wait for, I know a few people already know this, but watch this one. Yo, no one has quit so far, and I have a lot of gay people that work for me and a lot of Jewish people and a couple gay Jewish people that haven't reached their full gay Jewish potential. If they're still working for me, every tweet I put up, I think, well, somebody's gonna leave. I like, why, bro? Why, bro? No, I saw this video too. He reposted. Michael Jackson was saying crazy stuff about Jewish people too. Like, bro, why, dude? It's horrible, bro. You hate to see it. I'm letting everything out but tears. I I would be surprised if he didn't cry like once, like during this tweet rampage. Everybody know Dave Chappelle never truly came back after the Cat Williams interview. What? Hold on. These are just reposts of things I already read. The Jewish people claim to be so oppressed, then try to oppress me and Elon's freedom. Bro, what? Y'all gonna stop telling me Taylor Swift is Jewish? This Jewish lady is clearly not Jewish. Is Taylor Swift Jewish? I don't know. I kind of don't want to look it up either. I thought she was kind of just like a white person, you know? I love physics and psychology. I think it's valid. I think those are nice topics. B words want to run over N words and hide the tracks. Potentially. Again, like sometimes he'll say like very like reasonable, maybe slightly edgy things, but then he's saying, you know, stuff like, I'd like to thank Jewish people for, oh my gosh, for adult videos. And I'm not being sarcastic. I love adult videos a lot. We can tell Kanye. Elon was legally forced to buy Twitter for $44 billion, and it was taken to $9 billion because the Jewish mob forced various advertisers to pull out. Those advertisers pull out game was stronger than mine on tour, bro. Remember when J-Lo pulled up to the red carpet with my twin? You know, I feel like he did not like Diddy until Diddy went to jail. Like, I feel like Diddy's got to be surprised by his support right now. Straight up. My wife being covered at the Grammys would have been chauvinist, but this was a fire brigade to the evening. Obviously, I'm not going to show y'all what she ended up being in. Baddest B or whatever. I like that he's attracted to his woman. Bro, at the time of recording, he's straight up just posting adult content right now. Like, just straight up, like from adult websites. So yeah, that's what Kanye's been up to. Man, I did not realize this video was gonna take me so long. Like, I'm actually kind of like exhausted from reading all that. But yeah, it's crazy. It's horrible. Things he's saying, horrible. You hate to see it. You hate to see this happen to the man. Okay, now, oh my gosh. Like it's actually like it feels horrendous. It's like I want to have a take on this, but it's like, what do I say, bro? Like, okay, for one, again, it's bad. It's not good. Like, I know, like I'm kind of. Maybe I went through it in like a lighthearted way, but yeah, definitely not good stuff being said. But at the same time, what can we do? Absolutely nothing. You kind of just have to like watch it happen or ignore it, but we're not going to ignore it. So we just got to watch it happen. Yeah, that's the video. And this one's probably longer. I don't know. It took so long to record, so long to record. But yeah, I hope, because again, I'm not going to do much editing on it. And right now it's about 3. I'm hoping I can get it out before 4. Okay. So if there's anything I'm forgetting to say right now, just about state of affairs, state of like the content, anything like that. Oh yeah, no, I remember something. Someone was mad at my video I posted yesterday because I was just yapping about something I saw on Twitter. Here's the thing, bro. This is a yapping page. Not every day I'm going to have a new dating story. Okay. Not every day I'm going to have new manipulation tactics or a dating take, you know, that takes me 30 minutes to talk about. Some days I'm busier than others, okay? So sometimes I have to talk about like just little minute things, okay? Today, the video you got was probably over an hour. So again, like you gotta pace these things out. Not every video is going to be an hour. Yeah, I hope y'all found this interesting. I wanted to find a way to take all this Kanye stuff and just make it about me, you know, give myself a moment through all this. And I feel like I did that successfully. I mean, we'll see how successfully, but yeah, I want to throw myself in the mix. Okay, but anyways, again, if I forget something I'm saying, I'm sorry. I'm so like exhausted right now. And it was so much reading. But anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, everything I have to say. I'm so sorry. I love you, and have a great day, night, evening, morning, whichever. Wait, guys, there's more tweets. I'm not going to show them to you. I don't have the time, but there's just so much more. People want leaders even in their own homes, but the men have been castrated. I feel like that's a bit strong. Speaking so strongly, he said, I wish I had the relationship with my dad that Puff has with his kids. Bro, Puff is a way better dad than me. he's a way better dad than my dad and a way better dad than me. Bro, why is he like, he's glazing the man? That's why I'm willing to pass away. And that's why I'm willing to pass away for my tweet. Slavery is a choice. Even if y'all, Jewish people, send my own people at me, nobody can do anything about anything. No one can tell me what to do. Everyone tells you what to do. I'm not here to relate or get people to agree. I give a F if this raises or crashes the site. And by the way, this is the only thing he says that's not in all caps. He says trans people need to tell men that they are trans before they engage in anything romantic or sexual. Here's my take on that, okay? I feel like it depends. I feel like it 100% depends. I don't have time to tell you why I think it depends, but like I think it depends. He's glazing physics again. Everything you see on TV is propaganda, even if you see wars purposefully shown to you. I'm not smart enough to do anything illegal. Money and the law are the only things binding. Everything else is opinion, and no one's opinion means anything. Wow. I don't let my kids control anything I do. They not my parents. I'd rather pay the price for expressing myself than to pay the price for not expressing myself. Would you rather be hated for you or loved for who you are? Here's the thing, okay? But it's like, is the you you're being right now worth being? Because it's like, personality wise, I'm like, bro, like if that was me, I'd be like, man, I really like want to like not be me. And then he started posting the adult. Oh no, also Elon unfollowed him. But then he started posting the adult videos. Okay, so now we're all caught up. Yeah, a bunch of crazy stuff. Horrible. You hate to see it. But yeah, now the video's done. Thanks for watching.